All right, so let's kick things off here. One thing that we'll fortunately be doing this year in the finals, or this season in the finals, more or less, for our Discord Community Throwdown, is we're doing some pre-game interviews. And right here, right now, we've got Bjorn from Blue Rain with us. How you doing today?
Hey guys, I'm pretty good. I'm really looking forward to today's match.
Yeah, no, us too. So this is the first time that we've had some repeat matches outside of some scrims that have happened, and you guys got a battle ahead of you. What are you gonna do? What are some things you're gonna do to change this time? Because last time two Flexy won. So how are you guys gonna adapt?
Well, last time we had a stand-in squad that normally hasn't been playing in the Discord Throwdown, simply because so many people from our core roster was on vacation, and that really put a huge spin on things as far as our lineup went. But we have some new guys coming in for this match. They really wanted to play, so hopefully we'll be able to coordinate and just take them down.
Right on, right on. No, Argender, any thoughts on what's about to go down by any chance?
Well, I'm a little bit curious about moving into the future because, obviously Hammond is talk of the town right now, going to be coming in. A lot of people predicting that he's going to be bringing back the dive meta. I'm just curious, kind of a two-parter here, Bjorn. Do you guys feel confident in the dive team comp? And then even more importantly, do you have anybody on your squad who's either been practicing Hammond or feels confident with that, high skill cap movement hero?
Unfortunately, we haven't had a chance to look at Hammond in depth as far as strategy goes. We've all gone into the PTR and played around with him, but personally, I love Dive, and I know Dive was a huge favorite of our teams because it really focused everyone to play together, and if one person died, the whole team died. Whereas the current meta is kind of sustain and very tank and boop heavy, and I know a lot of people didn't appreciate that. So personally, I'm really glad it's going into the dive meta again.
Will we be? So, do we have any changes for the maps tonight? I believe there might be a couple of masters that we have playing. Is that correct?
Just one healer main Mercy Master who will not be on healer. So
Interesting development.
interesting development, yes. We had a bit of a hard time finding a quick replacement DPS last minute, so
So
we just
we
took the
we've got
person
a
with the best skill.
we've got a Mercy Master on DPS tonight. Interesting.
It
I'm
should be entertaining.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. And then are you guys going to be? Are there any plans to rock any sim?
We decided to term Sim off
Gotcha,
for this
gotcha.
particular match, but yesterday I was regretting the decision. So unfortunately, it's turned off for this match, but I really can't wait to see how the other teams use Sim
Yeah, no,
in
I
the
think it should be
finals.
really, really interesting. Well, we're running through Nimbani, Ilios, Route 66, Volskaya, and Lijiang tonight. Where do you think your guys' strengths lie?
Personally, I think our strengths lie in Nubani and Volskaya.
Okay, interesting,
So,
interesting. Argender, Andre, any other thoughts?
No, I'm looking at your sheet here, Bjorn, and it says that your favorite map in game mode is one hole, 12 hooks. How do you fare during those types of games? As I'm guessing Hog there. Are
mhm.
you top half, bottom half? Where do you usually land in that?
I'm a pretty terrible shot when it comes to getting hooks, so I usually land on the bottom side of the board. Ironically, it's our support mains that always seem to win those games.
Ooh.
So
Hey,
it's
well,
always entertaining.
can't go wrong with that. Well, we're looking forward to seeing what Blue Rain has to offer. You guys go out there and kick some ass, and we can't wait. And, hey, thanks for giving us your time.
And thanks for organizing the fantastic season, PK.
Well, we do what we can here. Thank you very
All
much.
right.
All right, and for our second pregame interview, we have Mythbust Man, the captain of Two Flexy. How you doing today?
Hello, doing all right. Pretty excited for our match today.
Yeah, no, me too. It's really cool knowing that we have our first knockout match. It's one thing when you have a regular season, like a loss really doesn't matter that much. You just maybe didn't get
Yeah.
that many points. Now it's the big deal. So how you guys prepping?
We've been just scrimming the map pool this entire week and just trying to work more on synergy and trying to just get the map down our heads, know what comps we like, or we should be running these particular maps, how it'll work against other teams.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and for two Flexi, I'm very curious. Who is the who's got the most pop off potential? Who should we keep our eyes on? That's going to be the playmaker for you guys.
The playmaker. That would be the DPS for us. So normally it'd be Ace on either the Tracer or a Widowmaker if he's feeling it. Because in the game today, because he's normally more of a streaky player, kind of like Taimu. So if he's feeling good, he'll be popping off. But if he's having a rough day, then it won't be a good showing. But also keep an eye on Jive. Jive's pretty much our star scam player, or rather, sorry, our star projectile player.
Right on, right on. So this is the first time that we're having teams, play each other again. And last time you guys beat Blue Rain, certainly they've got some new players apparently as well. But like, how are you guys gonna adjust to are you gonna be proactive? Are you gonna do what worked? Give me a little bit of intel.
We kind of haven't really prepped for other teams, to be honest, just because we've also had a slight roster shifts ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We're just been more focusing on trying to create that synergy that we once had, and trying to just see if we can try and outplay the other team with mechanics and also strats that we kind of form up along the way, depending on what type of play style we're going up against.
Right on, that's cool. Beatdown, what are you thinking?
You know what? So since you guys have been together for about a year and a half, much longer than what I've seen here from Blue Rain, do you think that gives you guys an advantage with comms and just overall synergy?
Yes, definitely. Because, well, the team core itself has been around for a year and a half now. And, about 3 or 4 of us are already used to each other's comm style, our calling style, how we like to play, if we play aggressive, passive. Just one of the players that we've had on the team right now is brand new, but aside from that, he's already been with the team for a good 2 months now, or 2 months-ish rather. So he's starting to get used to how we like to play in that sort of way. So we should be having a slight higher advantage compared to Blue Rhino in that regard.
Right on, right on. You mentioned that you guys had been scrimming the maps a lot. We've got Numbani, Ilios, Root, Volskaya, and Lijiang. What are you most excited for?
Most excited for, if we're feeling good and we're able to get the points first, we would like to play on Lijiang in this map set. Our worst maps, I think were Dorado, if I remember correctly, was in this pool.
No, we got Numbani and Root are our payloads on this one.
Numbani, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And we're kicking
Numbani
it off.
is one of our worst maps, so we're hoping to see if we can be able to squeak by on that one, hopefully. But aside from that, every other map is pretty much our better map, so we should be fine today.
Well, I'll look forward to seeing how it all plays out, and if Lijiang is your favorite, that means we've got a pretty good map. That'll be map 5, so, look, I always hope for map 5. I'm ready to see some teams battle it out. But thank you so much, and we'll let you return to your team, because it's almost time to get this thing started.
Yep, no problem. Thank you.
Of course. All right, hello and welcome to Discord Community Throwdown. And it's big news. It's a big day. We are finally, after the round robin stage, our lovely regular season, we got some finals. We got some playoffs, and we're kicking it off with our number 4 seed 2 Flexy versus our number 6 seed Blue Rain. And today we've got Beatdown Boulevard here with us to cast, and also Argander. And how you guys doing today? What are you feeling? What are you thinking?
Doing great, feeling pretty good. Honestly, I can't wait to see how these two teams play. We were speaking to the captain of Blue Rain to Flexy earlier, my mistake.
Yep, no worries.
Yep, feeling pretty good about going into this match, so I'm excited to see what his team will do.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, I know that 2 Flexy had gotten the best of Blue Rain the last time that these two met. I'm excited for the rematch. I'm curious to see if either of these teams actually change what it is that they're planning to do based on that last interaction, or if they're just going to stick to what they know best. Not really worry about what the enemy team is doing, but really just focusing on what they feel confident with and just pushing it through.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. There's definitely a new level of competitiveness here now that we've reached like a knockout stage, and also it's quite fascinating to finally be able to see some of these teams play twice. Overwatch is something where you can go in and play a team blind and maybe even have a little research, and like you still never know what's going to happen. But when you have that second matchup, things can change, and I'm excited to see if they're gonna. But today we're going to be looking at our map pool as Numbani, Ilios, Route 66, Volskaya, and Lijiang Tower. That's if it goes to the last two maps, because things are a little different here. We don't just have the throwdown scoring. We're just doing a typical best of 5 here. So the first team to win 3 maps is the victor, and they'll be moving on to play Primal, our #1 seed.
Yeah, that's going to be super exciting to see. Numbani is an excellent map to start with. It's kind of got the best of both worlds, being that hybrid type map. You have to show that you have a confident take of point A, and then how do you maintain that snowball going through the street space into the end. So there's going to be a lot of different looks that you can get from these teams, both how they do on attack and, really if they end up losing point A defense, what it is they do to respond to that. So there's so much that Numbani gives you.
Exactly, and well, I guess without further ado, let's kick this thing off.
All right, thanks so much for that, PK. So we are going to be starting with Numbani, just like I had mentioned earlier. I know recently it's been a lot of double sniper action. Dive is kind of dead, at least until Hammond comes back out. It's not really, there's not, don't stick onto it. And it is a little bit tough here on Numbani A if you're going to be attacking. So I'm curious to see what the teams open up with. And a lot of times they just open up with, a little bit of dive just to get in there, see what the enemy team's doing on defense, and then decide if they need to change.
Yeah, generally I would agree, but just looking at the team sheets here, both teams actually seem to favor deathball-y, tank-heavy composition. So, I wouldn't be too surprised, despite the lack of mobility, that we just see tank-heavy comps from both sides, and basically just going to see a huge brawl onto the point. A lot of slow-moving, but a lot of CC and damage.
All right, and it looks like we do get our first glimpse of the defense rollout here. So it's going to be Ryan Zarya, which, likely they're going to be holding high ground, probably high ground right side if you're coming from the attacking position. And the reason you want to do that, if you hold high ground left where the stairs are, where the attackers can get to, if they just walk into your team, there's really nothing you can do. So, having that Reinhardt, having that Zarya as your tanks, they don't have the mobility, so it's all about where you start first. And if Bjorn is going to be holding that side, I think it might be a little bit tough if the enemy team chooses just to, run in and try to muck it.
That's right, it would be a little dangerous. These slow deathball comp really does depend on not only your initial positioning, but how you rotate as well. You have to respond quickly because of how slow you move. And especially because I was mistaken, we're actually going to see the dive comp come out here from 2 Flexy, but instead of the Zenyatta, we're going to see a Lucio, probably just to add even more speed and mobility to that comp. Plus, it means every member of that comp actually has quite a bit of mobility, so no one can really be isolated by this deathball comp.
All right, so it is going to be the Pharmacy Dive coming in right away. Ace getting the first kill on the Cosmics. Jive Turkey following it up with a kill on the Tiger. That's going to completely destroy the defenses here. And wow, look at this. Not wasting any time, walking directly in. What a fantastic play there. And, really when it started with Bjorn up on that high ground, I was a little bit concerned, and he immediately gave up the high ground when the dive came in. And as you can see, we've got a point A capture behind that.
Unbelievable. It was almost surgical how quickly they did it. 30 seconds, they took the point. Although we're going to lose Ace Fizzer here, they still want to maybe try and push this advantage. Cosmics going down early just kind of shows part of the weakness of the Deathball, the biggest one being the McCree. He's so slow and mobile. Sure, he has a lot of damage, but that low rate of fire means he can't take care of more than one person at a time. So getting focused the way that he tends to be by a dive comp just spells the end for him.
A little bit of an attempt to dive the enemy. Zenyatta, shoot it dead, got into a position. His team wasn't there to follow up, and he paid for it with his life, but now we're even on the point, and here comes that Genji Blade, and it's going to be a 3K for the Genji Blade on Jive Turkey. How about that? 2 Flexy really flexing on the enemy team right now, opening up with what looked like not very well in their favor. They're Winston dying early in that fight, following up with Jive Turkey on that Blade. What a fantastic play there.
Fantastic indeed. Jive Turkey completely flipping the script on this team fight. When you lose your main tank and, Ace Fizzer was still on his way back, that's kind of when you want to back off. You want to give it up, but he decided no. 1/3 kills and took the fight completely for them. Pretty much guarantees this point if they can take this fight.
The Dragon is going to be coming in there, just zoning people off of the cart, not getting to the point yet, but it does get a kill there on Jive Turkey. Alpha following up, getting another kill on Ace. That is not easy to do, hitting that Pharah out of the sky, and that is a nightmare scenario because Pharah had her barrage, was looking to use it there, but Alpha walking in, getting a 3K, holding the point on his own right before it gets to the second checkpoint.
Very good play coming from Alpha here. This is exactly what you want. He's starting to wake up, coming out to play for real. And that's really what they need here. The Hanzo is so strong. You want to make full use of it. He's still, no, I don't believe his Storm Arrow has been nerfed, so you want to be able to use that and whatever else he has as much as possible. And so far he's doing that.
Alright, Justice is going to be coming from above, and Ace is going to get 2 kills. This is everything that they needed to get back on track here for the side of 2 Flexy. The beat does come in there. Maybe it wasn't 100% needed, but I really like that aggressive beat. You want to confirm capture on this. You're going to be building it already at 12% back to the next beat. Plus, on top of that, for these next pushes, you've got 2 tank ults. So plenty of time for Ace Fizzer to bring back up that beat. Mythbust Man, of course, going to be bringing back up that Valkyrie as soon as possible, but hopefully at this point, 2 Flex is just trying to ride on this snowball through this hardest part for the attacking team.
Indeed. Blue Rain should have been a little more cognizant of the rocket barrage, but it's just a bit of oversight. You're fighting and you don't pay too much attention. Now in this next fight, we're going to see the Diva Bomb come out and go huge.
Yeah, that flank Diva Bomb did a whole lot of work there. Now it's just going to be clean up for 2 Flexy in a very good position here. 1 kill is going to be gotten by Mayhem. That might not be enough because all the other kills are going in the way of 2 Flexy. Rez coming in, so it is going to be a 6v6 for the next fight. And man, that's exactly what you need for 2 Flexy to get through that part of the map, that uphill battle. That's huge for them, and at this point, they're just going to be holding on to the spawn, trying to kill anybody before they make it out here, but is that Dragon going to get any value? A little bit of damage, and it does get a kill on both of the supports. Poor Mythbust Man flew right into that, and once again, we see Alpha open up with the 3K on defense to stop the payload.
Yeah, he always manages to stop a push with his Dragon. Really well executed there, straight from spawn, gets both supports, and that's really just spells the end of any push, honestly. I think the real issue though is that Blue Rain's comp is a little questionable. The Orisa Hog is fine, but the fact that you have the Hanzo, you have no synergy with your ultimates. Nothing really works together. So I think that's why Alpha's been struggling just a little bit up until this point. I think that's why the team is struggling in general. And now we're going to see Mythbust Man actually swap onto the Moira. And in general, they're just going to go for a tank-heavy composition.
And taking this fight upstairs, 2 kills already. Jive Turkey pulling out that blade, doing a ton of damage, enabling his team to walk in there. I wasn't too sure if Jive Turkey would make it out of there alive with all that damage, but he was able to get some value out of the blade. It looks like it's going to be 2 meters, but it is finally stopped. We've got some staggering coming up to the point, 0.59 meters. Is this going to be enough to enable his team to get into place? And it is not. That's going to be the first attacking position taken very confidently by 2 Flexy there. What an incredible play. I really was scared once everybody got up top. It was a 6v6 in the top. The blade was pulled out, but I mean, having your blade out as Jive Turkey in that moment, you're getting slashing damage on at least 3 members of the enemy team. So even if you're not popping up in the kill feed, you're just doling out so much damage. The defending team just can't stand it.
Well, that's right, and that's the great thing about it. Despite being in a tight space and him being so vulnerable, that's part of the beauty of that Moira pick, especially in such a close space. That's where her healing excels. Right up close, she can drop the healing orb. She has her primary fire, and pretty much it almost guarantees, unless you have some substantial burst damage, Jive Turkey was in no real danger.
All right, so the sides are going to be switched here. 3 minutes and 3 seconds left on the clock for 2 Flexy. So if this does get to a 3-3 tie, we are going to see a huge time bank advantage coming in for another push on the side of 2 Flexy. But don't count out Blue Rain just yet. They have not had their opportunity to attack. And it looks like they're thinking on their side, switching it between a few different dive characters, it looks like they're trying to just do exactly what 2 Flexy did. They're doing the pharmacy dive. Looks like a Zenyatta instead of a Lucio. A little bit tougher on attack here since, getting to high ground is so important. But I am curious what they do to work with this Zenyatta. That way, if they do a dive, they're not just leaving him out there to die.
Yeah, a good way to probably take advantage of is either go up with him into the high ground while forcing the enemy team off. What you can do is basically position him in a higher spot, and your dive can essentially preoccupy the enemy team. And as long as it is good enough, it actually requires the response of the enemy tanks. That Zen has more space in the background to just completely frag out like we know Zenyatta's can.
And look at the defensive hold that we have here for 2 Flexy. I love this positioning so much better, especially with Jive Turkey being able to drop his biotic heal. And then you have Winston typically on the other side, so Mercy has somewhere to go if a dive does come in, but it looks like we're going straight on to point with Blue Rain. Dive finally coming in here, trying to get the Mercy down. She is getting bursted so low as Mythos, but he's not taken out of the fight yet.
Yeah, this is crazy. It looks like it's going to be a decisive hold here for 2 Flexy, and I really love how they're playing this comp right now. If we were saying how the death ball before was a lot about your initial positioning as well as how you rotate and move it around. However, it's completely different with the dive comp. It's not about where you start, it's where you all end up. Because as long as you all collapse onto the same point, you will get the burst damage that you need, and because of the high mobility, such movements are possible.
Yeah, and when we look at the old economy, it's about the same. Both teams did a whole lot of damage there, so they're roughly the same when it comes to ultimates. Cosmics obviously already set up with that Tracer Pulse Bomb, looking to use it soon here, try to open up the fight with at least one pick. But I gotta tell you, just look at how great this positioning is here for 2 Flexy. They, diving Myth Busman, that's a very tough decision to make because she just fell back, didn't die, and kept her team alive. And it looks like the Winston jumping in right now. Mayhem is on the point, but nobody was there with him. Taken out very quickly as Mayhem. His team was not there to support him. Kills are being traded. No main tank for either team here, but Ace is raining some damage down from above. Of course, you've got Jive Turkey opening up, hitting Q. So many kills going in the way and the defense, and it looks like this is going to be another defensive hold here. So now we're in a position where Blue Rain really has to figure out, are we going to be sticking with this team comp, or are we going to try to switch to something else? You've already lost 2 minutes out of your time back.
Thanks for the assist.
Well, if they're going to switch, it has to be right now, because any more time goes by, they're not going to have any reasonable amount of time enough to actually build the ultimates. They're going to need to capture the point. And I really feel bad for Mayhem, because in that last fight he had the right idea. Rogue Killer was not yet in his mech. He went for the dive, but nobody went in him. Probably bad communication, but that's pretty much caused him to die and caused them to lose that fight.
And Mayhem investing his Winston ultimate here, but Alpha's taken out very quickly out of the mech. And again, we've got another fantastic hold on the back of Ace Fizzer. How about that? Taking out the diva out of mech and hitting her with the right click to send her on home. Bjorn is going to try to get as much done as possible, but really all of these ultimates that are being invested on the attacking side, you are not in a good position here. The trance is going to be coming out, and it's going to be another defense held on the side of 2 Flexys. So, Bjorn was in a position there where he really wanted to win that match right then and right there. Got a couple of kills, got some value, but there was nobody to follow up and kill those low health targets. And now we're seeing a position where, yes, there's 3 ultimates available for the side of Blue Rain walking in, but there's still 3 ultimates available on the other side for defense, who lost a whole lot of value there.
Yep, the only difference is Blue Rain does have both support ults, so that could really be the difference maker here.
All right, Alpha taking out the main tank on the other side. That is huge. And then Ace getting taken out by Cosmics. Now we've got 3 kills on the side of Blue Rain. This is looking very good. Taking the fight to point. Dive tanks are there, but it might not be enough. But how about this? Look at Rogue Killer just staying in the fight long enough, enabling Jive Turkey to walk in, hit Q, get a kill, make it 2, and another whole defense. We've got time for maybe one more fight, but there's no ultimates available for the side of Blue Rain. They're going to have to win this next fight, completely honestly. And I got to tell you, with watching the way that 2 Flexy has been holding this point, I don't know that that's going to happen.
No, I really don't believe so. I'm actually not even sure if anyone could actually make it. There's only 6 seconds left. But either way, Blue Rain, yeah, definitely not playing the dive as well as 2 Flexy does. You can just tell that their 2 Flexy is far more coordinated. Just like Myth Busman actually suspected in the interview we did with him beforehand. It's true that they're very practiced on this dive. They're very practiced together. You can just tell with how well they dive their targets. You can tell, like, I don't have to listen to their comms. Like, I just know by watching them play that their comms are really clean, because they all just, you can see them all as if controlled by one person, just going from person to person to person until there's nobody left.
Yeah, very very strong, both communication and the positioning there. I mean, we talked about it a couple of times, but if you're going to be holding Numbani defense, I mean, having the soldier there is just fantastic. A lot of teams will do the soldier paired with the Zenyatta. That way, if the Zenyatta gets dove, soldier can just, drop the biotic heal, completely punish the Winston for jumping in. And that's what we saw happen a few times. I mean, there was that one really egregious time where Winston was able to jump in, got to the correct target, was doing his job, but nobody was there to back him up. He loses his life because of that. And then from that point forward, if you don't have your main tank, there's really no chance outside of your DPS getting a 5 or 6K of being able to hold on to that attack. And that's exactly what we saw time after time.
That's right. And that was part of the problem. Maybe there was something up with the comms, because Mayhem must have said something. Jump. He goes for the jump, especially on the one of the pushes where we saw Rogue Killer not in the Diva mech. And honestly, like if your whole team is there and they are basically missing their Diva, that is literally the target you want to go, because you get rid of that Diva, that's a lot of space lost for the enemy team. However, Mayhem seemed to be the only one with that idea, and they kind of spread out, and it showed up again towards that last fight, because Jive Turkey did kind of have his run of the place, especially with that last tactical visor, which literally shredded their hopes of taking that point.
Yeah, and it looks like we are going to be going to Ilios here. So, after the first battle there, 2Flexy looking very, very confident. Superior, I don't want to say superior team comps, just felt like their execution was a little bit stronger. They were on the right heroes, they were in the right place, and I didn't see a whole lot of panic coming out from 2Flexy. So now Blue Rain is in a position where if they're going to keep going and not actually respond to what the enemy is doing, that's absolutely fine, but you need to force the fight onto your tempo. If you're going to be coming in with dive, force the enemy team to respond to you. It felt like 2Flexy was in such a confident position that the entire game was dictated on what they wanted to do. Blue Rain needs to switch that up, get into a position where they have 2Flexy on their back foot, and then force 2Flexy to respond to the aggression that they're bringing. So I'm curious to see if Blue Rain's going to go a little bit more aggressive here, just to try to disrupt the tempo and the pace of this fight.
I agree. I think that's what they need to do if they're going to have a chance of turning this around, because so far this does seem very one-sided in 2Flexy's favor. However, on top of their aggression, I really do think they just need to work on the focus fire, because I see the players, they play very well, but they're just all over the place. You need to focus them. They need to go and attack one person, because that's just how the game works. You need focus fire. You need your teamwork. Without that, it doesn't matter how mechanically skilled you are. A coordinated team will beat you.
And it looks like 2Flexy is going to open up with that Reinhardt Zarya. Pop the Brigitte in there. She is the third tank. Don't call her a support. And that's exactly what you've got the Moira there. Already to 30% is this Moira. Take a look at this. This is why you want so many big beefy tanks in front of you. And 2Flexy is not wasting any time hitting the W key until it breaks, walking immediately into Blue Rain. But it doesn't look like anybody's dying here. 80% to Coalescence already as Mythbustman, and the point hasn't even been captured.
Yeah, really wild team play here. Finally a kill, and it's the Mercy of all people. So it seems like that's going to be the end of it, as well as Bjorn falling in Alpha. This comp was really good if you stay up in close. Sorry, if you go fight them up close, because this is the Ghost comp that people may not know about. It was used by a briefly successful Tier 2 Overwatch team. The idea is that you need to just be within 5 feet of the person, and you just run them into the ground. And as long as you don't die before they do, you're good to go. But with all that sustain, it's really difficult for you to die if you're coordinated.
And now Blue Rain getting into a good position here, trying to open up with some justice. No kills are going to be gotten. Shoot It Dead is very, very low here, but being kept up with the Coalescence. Mythbustman had that available, open it up. What a great timing there by the support on the side of 2Flexy, keeping his tanks alive, enabling them to do their job, and that's exactly what happened here. Another lost fight on the side of Blue Rain. They have a few ultimates available here. All they really need to do is group up together, figure out what it is that they want to initiate with, and if they're going to open up with some ultimates, I wouldn't even be mad if they opened up with 4 ultimates. Just get yourself on the point, stay alive long enough to enable Cosmics and Mayhem to get some of those kills.
Oh yeah, and I think part of the problem here is that, again, they're not exactly playing, a team game. Alpha, you could tell he was way up ahead on his own with that rocket barrage. Because 2Flexy didn't have anything to worry about, they could appropriately respond to the rocket barrage, and that's part of the problem that they're having.
Yeah, and we knew that was coming as soon as the Graviton Surge came in. Jive Turkey dropping the bomb in there, getting a 3K, 4K if you include the bongos, which I do. 70% cap for the side of 2 Flexy here. And, I mean, really, it just, on that one, it didn't feel like there was any rhyme or reason to Blue Rain. They just hit Q a few times, but there was really no follow-up. Now they're in a position where there's 1 fight left. You've got 2 ultimates available here. You're really relying on Alpha to get a few kills with this barrage.
I mean, as long as they set them up properly, it definitely works. They do have the Mercy ult, the Lucio ult. They have a lot going for them, as opposed to 2 Flexi. So this is their chance, but they need to use this together and coordinate properly.
All right, the beat is going to be coming in here, trying to enable everybody to stay alive for as long as possible. OT is going to be going here. Alpha is looking for this barrage, but doesn't see a good one. And the whole time he's waiting, his team is just losing their lives all around him. Still with this barrage is Alpha, and he cannot find good value with it. Taking a look here, he's going to be going for the Lucio. Everybody runs away from him, taken out very quickly. How about that? Sprangler finally getting a kill, but it's not going to be enough. And that's going to be a full hold on the first point of Ilios for the side of 2 Flexi, and once again they're showing that they're coming at this with, you know, not only do they have great team comps, but the execution, they're just making good decisions, and we're not really seeing that from Blue Rain. I would love it if Blue Rain just, you know, they can change up their team comp, but really you have to find a way to get that opening pick. You've got to find a way to get to Flexi walking backwards, scared of the fight that's coming their way, feeling like they have the lesser of the hand. But that's just not happening. I really don't know what Blue Rain is going to be switching here when we're going to Lighthouse, but something's got to change.
I'm not so sure about that, actually. I don't think the comp is the problem, because, you know, on paper, when you have to deal with tank-heavy comps, the Pharah is actually something you want, something completely out of their reach, a great way to charge her ultimate very quickly, but it's like you were saying before, Blue Rain, the way they do things, there's no rhyme or reason, and I can't see any real intention by what they do. You know, they need to do something, but I want for them to have a plan, an actual intention, and an objective in some way to achieve. And without that, just kind of randomly taking fights with no real reason, they're not going to win.
Tiger caught out in a very bad position. They're taken out very quickly in the fight. Blue Rain still has a chance, but they need to start getting picks right now, and it does not look like it's going to be happening here. Cosmix did open up that fight with a wall. I don't think he was able to trap anybody inside. Not a whole lot of value to be gotten with the wall. And remember, with Mei Wall, if you're going to be running that Mei, you're either going to use it to trap somebody in, or you're going to use it to purchase some space from the enemy team. Quickly switching up the Mei is Cosmix onto the Hanzo. I like this a whole lot better. Tiger once again taken out early, so this is going to be a full 20 seconds. 3-point time for 2 Flexi before Blue Rain's even ready to take another fight.
Not to mention, 2 Flexi has quite a few ults either online or about to become online. Although, I'll give this to Blue Rain now, they do have the Hanzo Zarya synergy that I've been looking for. They actually could make this work if they do plan properly.
And how about that flank shatter coming in from Shoot It Dead? Nobody's there to get any value, and that's going to be the first kill, the first fight that looks like it's going in the way for Blue Rain. Cosmix getting the kill on Shoot It Dead, but how are they going to follow up here? There is a Graviton Surge available, but when will it be used?
You know, for a second I was about to say, I liked how they were focusing Ace there, but as soon as he gets flung up by Junkrat's mine, they just kind of ignore him and move forward. It almost cost them the point, actually, but you know what, so much damage is coming out of here from Alpha and the rest of the team. They actually do manage to turn it around, especially with that last kill with total mayhem.
So this is the best chance that Blue Rain has had. Not only do they control the point, but they have several ultimates available coming online for them right now. Only thing available for 2 Flexi is that Lucio beat, which can do a whole lot of work if you're able to get your tanks into position. Right now, 2 Flexi just figuring out what they want to do next. They do have Ace on the Pharah. I think that's going to do a lot of work because there's nobody on the enemy team who can really stop a Pharah at this moment.
That's right, and it just really all depends on how they use the ultimates right now. Good start so far.
Yeah, Graviton Surge coming in right away. We do get a kill from Mayhem onto Mythbustman, and here comes a Tire Alpha getting a 1K. That's all you needed. Close it out there, get the energy off of Zarya. Now we're seeing a much more confident team on the side of Blue Rain, but very smartly, not too much was invested for 2 Flexi. They do have a good chance here. Mythbustman with, again, another couple lessons available for this fight. 50% cap for the side of Blue Rain.
This is definitely starting to look pretty good for them, and I think they heard you in the last round where you said it's fine if you use 4 ults, because 4 out of the 6 ults were popped. However, retaining point presence is very important, and they still have 2 pretty strong ultimates to go with them. As long as they can outdo this Shatter, which they do have a chance.
Yeah, Bjorn with a fantastic outplay on the enemy. Reinhardt blocking the Shatter, but it might not matter because 2 Flexy's getting a few kills here. Kills being traded on both sides. Now Blue Rain looks like they're in a better control, but then 2 Flexy comes back, and now we're in a position where Rogue Killer is just destroying the enemy team. Take a look at this. 60 energy Zarya just decimating any hope of a defense that Blue Rain had. You really got to hand it to Rogue Killer there. Staying in a good position, staying alive, being kept up by your healers, and now being rewarded with the Graviton Surge combo.
This is still, yeah, that's true. And coming into this next fight, they actually only have Rogue Killer's Graviton Surge. If they can somehow weather that storm, especially with you Sprangler's sound barrier, this is actually a good chance for them to take the point back.
70 energy Zarya here. Rogue Killer is absolutely frightening. The Graviton Surge coming in. Is anybody going to be able to follow up with any damage? Shoot It Dead is trying to get there, but he's getting shattered on his own. Alpha getting the first kill of this fight. It's 5v6. Diva Bomb coming in. That's just really for zoning purposes, but man, Blue Rain is hitting their shots on the back of Cosmics. How about Cosmics here keeping the fight alive?
That was excellent right there. As soon as they get caught in the Graviton, they think they have it, but Bjorn actually just in time charges the Earth Shatter and slams 3 of them. And because only 2 members of Blue Rain were still standing and not stunned, not nearly enough follow-up was given to that Graviton Surge, and it's the reason they stayed alive. And on top of Bjorn blocking the Shatter, this is just perfect fight for Blue Rain.
Cosmics using the dragons there. Looked like a little bit of a zoning ult, but how about Sprangler getting the boot kill? Surprised Cosmics didn't wait for the combo. Mayhem's coming up with that Graviton Surge, but you gotta use it fast because your team's dying all around you on the back of Ace. So much damage can be brought into this Graviton Surge. Nobody's there to do it. Cosmics finally getting a kill, but man, it looks like 2 Flexy is in a great position here. Unless Cosmics carries once again, taking out Rogue Killer. Man, these kills are being traded back and forth. All that's left on the point, though, is going to be 2 Flexy trying to get in and stop the change, but it is going to be... Oh no, he's able to stop it! It's going to be Lucio and the Dragon Blade, but that's not going to be enough. Alpha taken out quickly, followed by Sprangler, and it's going to be 2 Flexy in a very hotly contested fight on the Ilios Lighthouse, taking home the win.
Yeah, that 1v1 between Cosmic and Ace was so important. If he could have taken out that fire, I'm sure that fight would have gone differently. But still, this is a much more lively round out of Blue Rain. They're definitely playing the game a lot better, and you know, hopefully they were just a little cold earlier into this round. Maybe they'll pick it up.
There goes the triple kill from Jive Turkey. What a great combo that was between the 2 tanks. Loved what we saw there, but man, 2 Flexy finally had some pushback, and it seemed like Blue Rain was really starting to hit their shots. I mean, once Cosmic switched over to that Hanzo, you know, there weren't too many Graviton Dragon combos, but Cosmics didn't even need the Graviton. He was able to hit those shots, hit some of the headshots, stop the fights before anybody even had to invest ultimates. That's exactly what you want to see out of your DPS.
Absolutely, and maybe it could even get better from there. Although they are down 2-0, there's still a chance that they can turn this around, especially if they can keep improving at the rate they have been. Who knows, they could actually give 2 Flexy a little trouble, if not actually start putting some points on the board for themselves.
Yeah, and that's very important that you bring up. Keep in mind, for everybody watching at home, Blue Rain is on potentially their last life here. If they lose on Route 66, they are going to be kicked out, and it's going to be 2 Flexy moving on in this tournament. So, you know, now we're in a position where Blue Rain, I'm very curious to see what they do. They're backed into a corner. They have to win Route 66. So, you know, we may see them stick on to what they've been doing and just try to, you know, execute a little bit better. Or we may see just coming in with crazy team composition, just try to get the enemy team off guard, try to really confuse them with your tactics, and get out a cheeky little win just to stay alive.
Definitely, and now we're going to be going on to Route 66 any second now. It'll be the escort map here. So what are you expecting so far?
Well, Route 66, especially if we see 2 Flexy on defense here, 2 Flexy is really good at setting up these kill zones, right? We saw it back on Numbani when they were defense Numbani. Remember, they full held there. It's because they split up their tanks onto 2 different high grounds. And what that enabled to happen was you have a kill zone on a point. They can take the fight whenever they want. And then it also enables the Mercy to stay alive for longer because she has more anchor points to fly to. So, you know, that's really what 2 Flexy got right on their first payload defense. I think it's very likely that we'll see them pull that out again here, but, you know, anything can happen. 10 seconds until doors open.
Actually, it's 10 seconds until heroes assemble, so I usually I try not to take anything too seriously at this point, although that's usually because around this time is when I'll see Symmetras, Torbjorns, and Bastions.
All right, so taking a look on the side of 2 Flexy, it looks like they are going to be opening up with the double sniper. If you've been playing competitive this past season, you are all too familiar with the double sniper. You know exactly how good it can be. And I got to tell you, having the double sniper, especially on top of Big Earl's, which is the gas station where most teams hold, that is frightening to walk into. Even if you have the shields to try to stop your team from dying, like it looks like Bjorn's going to be on that Reinhardt, even if you have the shields, the 2 snipers are able to get above your shields. They can get around your shields. It's very, very open once you get past this first corner. So it's going to be up to Jive Turkey and Ace to really shut down any attack.
It is, and they're good. The thing is, Cosmic's actually going to have a bit of a rude awakening here. I think this comp is probably going to be swapped up here because they're going to have a lot of struggle here dealing with 2 snipers, and I think if they're not careful, Jive Turkey and Ace will shred them up, but we'll have to see. They might want to stick with it.
I'm a little bit curious about what we're seeing here. It looks like partial dive and then a Reinhardt Zarya. They're going to have a lot of trouble following up the damage that Alpha's putting out there. Cosmic's already taken out of the fight by Ace Visor, getting that final headshot, taking him out. Jive Turkey does get dozed, but again, your Genji is diving. He's doing the right thing, but without any support. There's just nothing you can do to confirm that kill. And exactly what we saw back on Numbani is what's happening right here. Take a look at this defensive positioning. If you want to know how to hold point A, or I'm sorry, hold the first corner, this is how you do it.
For sure, and we're already seeing the struggles with the DPS that Blue Rain have chosen. We're already seeing some swaps here. Cosmic to counter that Widow, and honestly, that's just how it goes in this sniper meta. You live and die by your Widow and probably Hanzo. You really need to win that duel out, or at least keep the enemy Widowmaker kind of occupied while your team makes the push. However, Cosmic is not able to do that.
Yeah, Ace getting the better of that Widow 1v1, so that's going to open it up. But Bjorn getting a kill on both of the tanks, dropping in the hammer. That is a punctuation mark that is well-deserved for the side of Blue Rain, because it looks like they're going to ride this payload straight to the end here. And what we saw there was fantastic positioning on the side of Flexy. They were in a great spot, but then they got a little bit greedy. They pushed up a little bit too far. A couple of people got picked. And that's what enabled Blue Rain to be able to walk in here. I'm surprised that we're not seeing Bjorn switch off of this Reinhardt. I mean, Reinhardt's okay on the first point, but on this second part, without any vertical mobility, this is going to be very difficult for Reinhardt to get any sort of value.
That is normally true, especially, but I believe most of that problem is because the enemy team would optimally go for the dive comp. However, if it is Deathball against Deathball, it can be done. It's not exactly outside the realm of possibility.
Ace once again winning the Widow 1v1, getting the body shot kill, and I'm very curious why 2 Flexy decided to drop down there, but it looks like it's going to pay off. 2 kills, Transcendence coming in, not really needed there, but heard the Graviton Surge. You got to give it to Ace, just going by sound, trying to keep everybody alive. Can't blame them for that, and this is going to be the first speed bump on the Streets phase, so now we have a position where there's 4 ultimates available for the side of the defenders. 2 Flexy is in a very, very good position here. You know, I'm still seeing Bjorn on that Reinhardt. I gotta tell you, it looks like they're gonna be going through the caves here. That might do enough, but so much damage coming in here. And the Reinhardt charge taking out Alpha before he can even open up with his Genji Blade. Probably not the best place to go, because holding that top left is gonna be the tanks for the side of 2 Flexy, and there was nothing doing coming through that effort.
As you said before, now they're running, you know, now Blue Rain is still running this deathball composition, but losing so candidly in 2 fights is really just a sign you really need to swap to that dive. You need that vertical mobility because they have this high ground, and taking it manually as they're attempting right now and trying to forward just isn't going to work.
A little bit more breathing room for the side of Blue Rain. They do get through and they immediately drop to point. Very surprised to see Bjorn do that. Ace getting a kill there, but then it's going to be Alpha pulling out the blade, getting 2 kills, including on the enemy team's Mercy. What a huge deal. That's the moment that Blue Rain was waiting for, finally opening up the point here. It looks like Ace is going to try to defend on the point, slow it down a little bit, just counting down the moments until he's taken out by the enemy team.
Honestly, pretty decent stall despite being the only man alive. And another thing that's notable in that last fight, Alpha got the kill onto Mythbust Man right after he popped the Valkyrie, so that ult is completely expended, and he has to get it from scratch now.
And it looks like there may be some final attempt at a hold here. Jive Turkey just trying to keep the point alive. 3 meters left to go. And what a huge hammer comes in on the side of Shoot It Dead. Is anybody there to follow up? A few kills are finally coming in. Ace once again winning that Widow 1v1. And now the tanks are coming in, getting 2 kills of their own. And that might be all she wrote at 1.76 meters. Getting held there. Wow, you got to give it to the grit and determination on the side of 2 Flexy. They didn't panic. They had one person go out, stall the point, and that enabled Shoot It Dead to walk in and get that fat shatter, already 54% to his next one.
Yeah, this is starting to... It looks like 2 Flexy is actually really starting to stabilize themselves. And this, I would be concerned if I was Blue Rain and would definitely start wondering if I should swap the comp. However, if they're not going to do that, I really think Alpha K should focus more on harassing Ace. Because, you know, Cosmic is having trouble in this Widow duel. Actually, we're seeing it right now. This is pretty much what they should have been doing from the start.
Cosmic's finally getting better at that 1v1 column, get up with the kill on Ace Fizzer, and then it looks like it's the huge hammers coming in with the long charge as Bjorn taking out the Reinhardt, taking out the Mercy. This might be all they needed. The Graviton Surge is going to be coming out trying to get the last few kills here, and they are cleaned up. This is going to be a very clean fight going into the final section of Route 66.
Yeah, Ace getting a little greedy in that last fight, trying to push up a little too far, got taken out by both Cosmic and Alpha. And I really like the way they did that because of Genji's the capability in playing kind of solo. He can go up there with Cosmic and help him focus down the enemy Widowmaker, and because of that it leaves him wide open. Unless you get picked like that, that's not exactly ideal.
Ace has been opening up so many opportunities here, gets 2 kills even during the Transcendence. Remember, it does not make your team invincible, and Ace is taking very, very easy shots here. Gets the Mercy out of the way. Now everything's left but the crying for the side of Blue Rain. They're going to have to pull back here.
Well, this is exactly why you need to really bully Ace. He's so good. As you said, opening so many fights, winning so many fights, despite having the Transcendence out, just pops heads right through it because they are not invincible.
And what a bait, killing Jive Turkey, waiting for the Mercy to come in and res, and then Alpha pulls out the blade to take out the Mercy, but taken out very quickly on his own. This might not even be a good time to push right now. Blue Rain is not in a great position. Mayhem's at basically 1 HP. This is a scary moment for Blue Rain. They need to make this fight work. They need to make it work right now. Kills are going to be traded back and forth. Both of the Reinhardts being taken out here. Jive Turkey does make his way in and gets the kill on Alpha. And then look at Ace following up with a headshot kill of his own. The double snipers are working out beautifully here in the final section of Route 66.
That actually was a pretty good time to push. The Mercy was down. Despite you losing their Genji, they still lost so much more with that lack of healing, no damage boost, no resurrection. But because of how well 2 Flexy cycles their ultimates, they had the Graviton Surge and the Dragon Strike combo to go with it. So despite lacking the Mercy, because there was no Transcendence that came out from Blue Rain, it completely tore them apart and gave time for Turney to come back.
All right, Blue Rain opening up with a very aggressive positioning here. Reinhardt loses his shield and then it's taken out, but does get resurrected as Cosmic gets a kill of his own. Transcendence is available for Sprangler, but he's got to be able to get up to use it. Not going to need it on this fight. Look at that block shatter. What a fantastic play there on the side of Blue Rain. In a great position, but they've only got 20 seconds left. They cannot lose another team fight.
Yeah, and the only ultimates online right now are Transcendence from both sides. However, Turney is actually both Mercies are about to have another Valkyrie as well. If they can stall it long enough and bait the Trance, Alpha K can actually build a blade and win this fight for them, but as soon as I say that, he gets fixed.
And it looks like we had a Charlie Niner there. Nobody on the point to enable the overtime. Very, very unlucky. I was very curious why we saw Bjorn pushing that far up. You know, while he did it, his job is to not get those entrance kills while the enemy team's respawning. His job is to hold shield on point, and we saw him get punished for that immediately when Ace came out, got the headshot kill on the Alpha. Even if, you know, all of Blue Rain was able to initiate the overtime, I don't think they were in a good position to win that one.
No, it doesn't seem to be the case. You know, Ace, again, getting in those super important early picks. Alpha going down so early was a big problem. He almost had the Dragon Blade. If he survived long enough to actually pull it out, I really think that could have won them the fight, because, you know, every time he does pull out that Dragon Blade, almost every time he wins the fight for Blue Rain.
All right, so we are going to get a changing of the guard here, and it looks like coming out on the attack, we very well may see these double snipers stick with it. I mean, don't change what ain't broken. Obviously, with Ace Fizzer on that Bastion, you know, that could very well come out or not. There are things you can do with the Bastion. Typically, you want to have an Orisa. If the enemy team is holding on top of Big Girls, you want to use that halt, get them off the high ground, specifically get their tanks off the high ground, enable your Bastion to do work. But I'm not convinced that Ace Fizzer is going to be staying on this Bastion.
This is exactly what I was talking about. You know, there's still a little too much time left for them in spawn. It could change. However, it's still possible. It is an escort map, and those protect the president cheese comps aren't exactly unheard of.
Yeah, interesting defense that's being pulled out here by Blue Rain. They do have the 2-2-2 comp coming out. You know, it's going to be tough. It really relies on Cosmics hitting those headshots, Alpha being able to follow up with some kills on the rockets. You don't have any direct damage, so if, you know, Alpha and Cosmics aren't hitting their shots, there's really no chance for a defensive hold here.
Absolutely, and especially Alpha, with not a lot of architecture for him to protect himself, he's really got to be careful of Ace. You know, Ace is such a good Widowmaker, as we saw, and a good Widowmaker open space against the Pharah is just dangerous, and as you can see.
And that was not a good play by Bjorn. Bjorn was on the Reinhardt charge straight on the point. I know he wanted to take out the Bastion as soon as possible, didn't get value, and really just, you know, wasted his life. Now switching on to the Roadhog. Hopefully the rest of his team is able to just get respawn quick enough, but they are getting staggered pretty hard here. Kills are coming in very, very slowly, and that is purely by design on the side of 2 Flexy. They do not want a fair fight to stop this first point take. They want to only deal with 2, maybe 3 members of the defending team, and it looks like at this point Blue Rain isn't even going to attempt to hold them at the gates here.
Yeah, and Blue Rain now opting for no shield, no main tank composition here. Now they're just running the Roadhog and the Zarya. This is really questionable. In other situations, I could see how it works, but when you're dealing with the Bastion here, you know, having no shield whatsoever, I'm not sure how you'd be able to deal with all that incoming damage.
Yeah, Mythbustman is able to pull up the res onto Ace. That's a huge resurrection, bringing back one of your main DPS. It's an even 66, and Ace Fizzer is just here to pump out as much damage on as possible onto Bjorn. Not in a great position here. If anybody can get the kill, though, he's bouncing all around, and it looks like Ace Fizzer is being kept alive by Mythbustman, getting pocketed into oblivion and just destroying the enemy team all the while. What a fantastic play by Mythbustman, being in the right place at the right time, keeping Ace Fizzer alive and enabling him to do thousands of damage within that last fight.
Yeah, I was definitely sweating a little bit for Ace Fizzer. It looked like they were starting to turn the tide on them. However, Jive Turkey, just with all the space that his main tank can make for him, he has way more room to pop off, and he did so. And at that point, as you said, there was so much space for Ace Fizzer. And now in this next fight, they have sights going up. They have 3 ultimates too, so it's going to be really difficult for them to actually deal with this.
Somehow somebody died to Road Killer's Diva Bomb there. The tank is going to come out from Ace Fizzer. Probably don't even need it. Finally does get a kill in the kill feed on the side of Bjorn. The entire defense was already dead there. A little bit of an exclamation point. We'll give him that one for the Bastion. Rolling cleanly with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left into the final stage of this fight. And, you know, again, I mentioned before, I like where Bjorn's mind is at, but I really don't like the execution that's coming in on the side of Blue Rain. You know, being on the correct heroes isn't going to do it all. You have to make sure you're picking and choosing when you go in. And it feels like every time Blue Rain goes in, they're just getting shredded.
Agreed, and now they're swapping it up again. Still running the single no shield tank composition, but now they have the Reaper and the Tracer. So far, it looks like it's doing well, but they still have all their work cut out for them. You know, Ace Fizzer still just shredding right through a whole hog.
And it looks like kills are going to be traded back and forth. The giant hammer coming down from Shoot It Dead. Is anybody there to follow up? Does get a kill onto Alpha KH. That is his #1 priority there. Keeping the Reaper out of the fight is huge, but once again, it does not look like there's a whole lot of follow-up on the point for the side of the defense here. Blue Rain is just out of sorts. They have the Graviton Surge available. 70% energy on your Zarya. Look at this 100 energy on your Zarya, but he's taken out by the dragon. Wow, Jive Turkey. You know, Jive Turkey probably knew that there was some sort of ultimate coming his way. That dragon just saved his entire team because Mayhem was not able to use the Graviton Surge. And now, once again, Flexy is just riding out on these exit kills.
Not only that, this might actually be where they take it, unless Mayhem can just get a sweet, sweet Graviton Surge. But without any follow-up, I don't know how it could how it could be that effective.
Yeah, the Graviton Surge was held for quite some time there, trying to find a good position and definitely trying to make sure that Rogue wasn't able to eat it, but there's no value to follow up. Nobody allowed to do any damage into Mayhem's Graviton Surge, and this looks like it's going to be all she wrote with Ace Fizzer getting a few kills on that Bastion ultimate, getting charged out of nowhere. Poor Mayhem is trying to keep this fight alive, getting some kills here, but Jive Turkey's back into the fight. Mayhem, you can only do so much before Flexy is able to walk in and just dump out incomprehensible amount of damage. It felt like they were in such a good position, and that's going to be Flexy getting the win here on Route 66, looking very confident and staying alive in this tournament.
Not only are they staying alive, if I remember correctly, that is the third map, and they're going to move on. They have knocked Blue Rain out of this tournament.
Yeah, they're staying alive and they're moving on, and Blue Rain was able to put together a really fantastic Helios there, but they just could not keep their momentum going. Taken out in the 0-3. Fantastic job to both teams, but it's got to be said, Flexy looked fantastic on that series. I'm excited to see them in the next one.
Oh, you and me both, especially with the way they play. It's bound to be a hype finals.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. It was a pleasure to watch and a pleasure to listen to you guys cast. And, you know, I'm thinking after that, what do you say we bring back Mythbust Man and see how he feels about how all that went?
I would love to.
All right, that sounds good. Let's go ahead and let me go ahead and drag them in here real quick. I'm sure it will surprise them, per usual. Hey, we just took you out of your team because we wanted to talk to you again. Sorry.
Oh, hello. Yep, thank you. That was a surprise.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, no, we did, from what I saw today, we did very, very well. We just were playing super aggressive, like punishing mistakes and going straight in for kills and dives. We were playing super well in our defenses too.
Yeah, I gotta say, Mythbust Man, watching, you know, you guys had a very, very strong execution on all of the game plans that you brought to the table. I got to tell you, one of my favorite things to watch was Numbani A defense, where you did full hold, and then we saw it a little bit on Route 66 defense as well. You're creating these kill zones, right? You're setting up your tanks in a way that you, as the Mercy, can stay alive for longer. You can just, you know, use them as anchor points to get back and forth. But more importantly, you're just creating these situations where you're baiting the enemy team, the attacking team, where you want them to be and pumping out the damage. Is that something that you thought about beforehand, or was it just kind of a happy accident that you know, capitalized on?
Kind of a bit of both, to be honest. Depending on the composition we'll be running, such as the Route 66 defense with the attack with the double sniper and the Bastion, such as that. We would be creating different areas of denial and different areas where we'd be setting them up to come straight to us where the Bastion would shred. Meanwhile, if they drop out of line out of that, then they're going to get sniped in their heads from our Hanzo and our Widow, such as that. Or even with our dive defense on Numbani, be setting up so that we'd be waiting for a counter dive and just initiating on that and trying to capitalize on their mistakes, and that when they dive in, they have no abilities, but when we're diving in, we would have be diving in with more damage and more ability to
very smart play by your tanks, initiating fights without using their cooldowns and then either using their shift abilities to confirm a kill or to get out if it's not going well. So your tanks did a fantastic job in good positions, and clearly they were enabled by some fantastic support play.
Right. I would agree, fantastic, except for my 2 botched Valks on Route 66. But aside from that, yes, I'm very happy with our support play and a player overall in general, because both our hit scan, or both our DPS rather, were popping off. Our tanks were giving them proper space, setting up with proper ults, getting big slams, big grabs. Everyone was playing at their best.
Yeah, well, and it definitely showed with a 3-0 victory over Blue Rain. You guys are moving on. The next task will be taking on our number 1 seed in Primal.
Yep. We hope to take them down in that rivalry, because we got stomped by them last time we played them. So we're hoping to dish that back at them, shall we say.
Well, yeah, go ahead and study up on the VOD, take notes, and I think really the aggressive play style could be something that's very beneficial against them, but, who knows? Well,
all right, yep.
Thank you so much, and go back and celebrate with the team, and good win today, and we will talk to you more later.
Yep, thank you. GG's to everyone.
For sure. All right, and Argander and Beatdown, thank you guys so much for casting. I've got a feeling we may see one or both of you in our next match, but we'll figure that out in just a second. And that's what we got. 2 Flexy, our number 4 seed, taking out Blue Rain, moving on to take on Primal in the semifinals of Discord Community Throwdown. But anyway, for now, for all of our viewers, even though we've got another match coming up and it'll be the same podcast, good luck, have fun, and throw down. right, and kicking off this match, we've got yet another pregame interview, and with us we have Vix from Orange Trash. And look, things are getting real heavy here. This is it. This is no longer the regular season. This is win or go home. So, last time you guys played Core, they unfortunately got the victory. But what are you guys doing? How are you guys changing things up? What's the plan? Give me some info here.
Well, first of all, last game, one of our star DPS, Shadowkin, was missing due to work. So that's one of the key pieces of Orange Trash that is present today, and we should be able to have this one in the bag because even though we were missing him and Snowfire, who are also on our main roster, I think we had a really close game, and it came down to individual decisions more so than anything else. And we've been scrimming basically every single day to prepare for this match, so we're 100% confident about how we're going into this game.
All right, excellent. What do you guys think? Andre, Beatdown?
Well, I love that answer. It's such a calculated answer and rapidly came back at us. It sounds like that level of preparation is really there. So I'm excited to see you guys get in there and throw some trash around, so to speak. That's going to be fun to see. I'm looking at your sheet here, and I've got a couple of questions. Up here it says, is that a 4K blade and is that a 3K headshot?
Oh my God, get out of my head.
Well, I'm just kind of curious.
Beatdown was that year.
Those are all hilarious.
Okay, I want to say that the story behind that is that the way that Flame and Shadow play, they play really flashy. So they're normally popping off, and Shadow tends to get really big blades, and whenever Flame is on that Widow, he tends to get 2 to 3 picks if he's really having a good day.
Right on.
Okay, so I guess for casters tonight, if they pop off, is that what they've got to say?
I guess. I don't know. That's just the way that it is.
That's what I was going to say, because I saw that. That was my plan, and now it's exposed. It's not as
No. I didn't mean to unveil the plan. It's still your plan. You're going.
Oh, no, it's fine. I'm still going to do it. It's just, it might not be as shocking now. But speaking of, not really, but I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about improving ult coordination. You want to specify what you guys mean by that?
We are kind of a super aggro thing, and we tend to overkill things a little bit.
Okay.
So basically, we tend to overspend in our ults sometimes. Normally, it turns out fine because since we're so aggro, we get them back pretty quickly. But there have times that has kind of screwed us over a little bit. So we're really trying to work on that patience to not hit Q whenever we have our ultimates.
All right. Well, we'll definitely be on the lookout for a smooth ult economy, which is definitely a key to winning some games, and especially when you get up into the higher levels, that is a major factor. Well, so any other thoughts before everything drops? I mean, this is it. We're getting down to the wire here.
I don't know. We're ready. We're ready, and if we win this, we're ready to go take on Fire out, and we're ready to take Primal out. We're going to get our revenge.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, I mean,
you guys feel that?
Yeah, I goosebumps. I'm ready. I gotta say, it is always great to watch LaFlame and Shadow Kitten do work. There's some very, very entertaining DPS. But that being said, Risky and I believe Dark is the other damage dealer on Core.
We've got
plans. Okay. Well, look, I don't want to
fine.
ruin too much. Then let's just go ahead. I'm canceling the interview. No more. We've got to have something to. We got to have some mystery, some intrigue, some suspense. Vix, good luck. I look forward to a great game, and we'll be watching and casting and making it happen.
Thank you. I hope you guys enjoy the game.
Of course. All right, and for our second interview, we have the co-captain of Core Quixotic. We've got Risky here, and look. It's a pretty easy thing to start off with here, but you guys beat Orange Trash last time, but, they're coming for you. I hear that there were a couple people missing, and things are going to be different. So, opening strategies, what are your thoughts moving forward? How do you get this win today?
Well, first off, you've probably noticed, but our roster has changed as well.
Yeah, the finals have been prone to some roster changes, which is not something you'd usually expect.
Yeah, so we cut half of our roster, brought 3 new people in, but now we're playing with 3 more subs. So coordination's at a pretty all-time low. So right now we're just focusing, just stick to fundamentals, that kind of thing.
Right on.
Simple stuff.
Beat down, Andre. What you got for us?
So first question, you guys are really, you said you're lacking a bit on the coordination due to all the roster swaps, which makes a lot of sense. So How do you think you guys can mitigate that going into this next game?
We'll pretty much just be looking to have clear comms, decisive decisions, call out priority targets, that kind of thing. And then just as long as everyone does the same thing, we should be able to roll pretty easily.
With the new players, do you feel like, at least when it comes down to the ability element of it, do you feel nice and confident that they're going to be able to do the job? You know, it's one thing to not always have the best communication. I know this is a team game, but like if they can do the job, you know, you should still be looking at a good fight, I'm betting.
Yeah, I don't have any like concern whether or not they can do or can't do what they're supposed to do. So
right on. Andre, what are you thinking?
Man. I like the confidence, Risky. I remember playing against you a couple of months back, and your Widow play was real top tier. So I did want to give you a compliment on that. You do a really great job, man. I can't remember who I was watching recently. It was one of the Owl teams, and I think it might have been London, and I think they had gone to a 2-sniper setup, but I think they also went down to a 1-healer setup for a particular portions of some of those games. And I see on your list here that you've got a Widow and Hanzo listed on your main squad, I believe. Is there anything there that we might see similar to what London did?
So the thing about what London did is it's actually really interesting, and it's a lot of it's due to the ability of the tanks to stay alive. Because how that comp works is it's basically a pick comp. The healing doesn't matter as much because you have 2 snipers getting off angles looking for burst damage. And as long as the tanks can stay alive and stick together, the Mercy has a pretty easy time. Even if we do lose someone, it's an easy res. And the tankiness of an extra tank allows you to control space really easily.
Well, if we want to see the Core Quixotic's version of that on King's Row, you guys are going to have to advance, because unfortunately, we got no King's Row in the lineup today. With that being said, with Nimbani, Ilios, Route 66, Volskaya, and Lijiang, what are you guys looking forward to? What are you not looking forward to?
Honestly, the map doesn't really matter to us as long as we know what we're doing.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're just going to have to see whether that all pays off and whether the subs can hold their own. We will be looking and watching, and I can't wait to see what happens.
All right.
Thank you so much. All right, hello and welcome. We have match number 2 tonight in Discord Community Throwdowns playoffs. We have our 3 seed Core Quixotic versus our number 5 seed Orange Trash, and things have changed. As we mentioned before, this is no longer the regular season with the round robin. If you lose tonight, you're going out. This is it. These are best of 5 matchups between these 2 teams, and I'm ready to see them. And casting with us, we've got Beatdown Boulevard, who you just heard their lovely dulcet tones, and we've got a fan favorite, Andre, coming back, a player favorite, fan favorite, because of the lovely puns and attempted puns and all the good stuff. Anyway, how you guys doing tonight?
Doing just great, PK. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm grinding this thing out, but enjoying it because I love Overwatch. I love competitive natures between teams, and I love servers just talking all of that trash. So it's good stuff.
You beat me to the first pun.
Oh, I did, but you know what, Andre? It was pun intended.
Oh.
Yeah. How about that one? I didn't even think about it. But nevertheless, you know, we've got a good matchup here. I think it should be pretty close, but it's always hard to tell. You know, there's some players that have been switched up and swapped out, and you know, last time Orange Trash had to take on Core Quixotic, they didn't have Shadow Kitten available, and I think perhaps another one was missing. So we've got definitely the heart of the Orange Trash lineup, and Core Quixotic has made some subs and they've had some trades, so I'm interested to see what happens.
Yeah, you and me both. You know, it's really just like we were talking with Risky earlier. You know, we kind of wonder about the synergy of Core Quixotic because they have a couple new players going, and it kind of messes with team synergy. Yeah, but he still seemed pretty confident. So I mean, this could still go pretty well for them.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Risky is no DPS to shake a stick at, but that being said, it'll be interesting to see LaFlame trying to counter, because that's, you know, really I feel like they can go tit for tat here. There's some serious damage, some serious tanking that's going to be happening here, and also really, really excellent supports on both sides with Danger Noodle, Ubi Pro, Vix, and Miss Orange as well.
That's one of the things I'm looking forward to the most. As a person who likes playing Widow the most, we're definitely going to see some Widow play tonight. These maps are wonderful for it, so I'm really excited about that.
Definitely
Flame and Risky shooting at each other all night long. It's going to be great.
Yeah, no, and I guess without further ado, we should get into this. We're looking at our map pool is the same as the previous map, but just in case you're watching now, Numbani will be kicking things off, followed by Ilios, Route 66, Volskaya, and then Lijiang to cap it off if we go to map 5. But you can't get to map 5 without starting at map 1, so let's go ahead and hop right in.
Thank you very much, BK. And now we're going to be traveling to Numbani. We're going to see the first of hopefully quite a series here at Discord Throwdown. You ready, Andre?
Yes, sir. Beatdown, what is your favorite part about Numbani?
When it ends.
I'm sorry. Not in your top list of favorites there?
Not quite, to be honest. Despite how much I love King's Row, I don't exactly have a love for hybrid maps in general. I don't know what it is. They just got it so right with King's Row, and then it never happened again. In my opinion, of course.
I kind of a fanboy. I like most of the things that they do, but I do kind of agree with you. King's Row sticks out in that hybrid map, but man, oh man, it looks like LaFlame is starting off on Tracer here.
Oh boy,
and he can get around. He can move.
Yeah, can't wait to see how he does it around here. We're gonna see Orisa, we're gonna see an Orisa defense, but instead of the usual Roadhog going for the pull port combo, we're gonna see Doomties on the Roadhog. What do you make of that?
I'm really curious to see how it's gonna work. I haven't seen either of these tanks before, so and based on what Risky said earlier, if these guys are new, it might. Hopefully, they don't have some of that learning curve about feeling each other out and figuring out where to go. It looks like Risky's setting up top. It looks like Dark's gonna be playing. He's like Hanzo main, but it looks like he's Junkrat. Looks like Risky is the one to watch on this one. Looks like we got a pause coming up.
Well, before the game even starts, we already have a disconnect.
The suspense is killing us.
It is, but it looks like Shadow Kitten is just restarting his PC. Probably some lag spikes, probably some dropped frames. You know how it goes. New patch, 10 frames per second. You get it. Of
course. PK is anybody gonna be playing Symmetra on these maps? Okay.
But it's not particularly banned. I think that's what he was going for. Okay. All right, looks like we got our.
He's running a solid state drive because he's already back.
Yeah, he must be. That was really quick.
One thing for the attacking team, it looks like they're running a complete dive. I do know that Incognito plays a really solid Reinhardt, and I'm interested to see the pressure these guys are going to put out with this complete dive comp.
As am I. We're going to see how he flexes onto the Winston. This is a pretty good comp to deal with the Orisa because of how static she is. We're going to see how it's going right now. A lot of poke damage coming out so far. They've taken a pretty good position here, but they're going for the dive anyway. So far, 2 tanks together. However, it was too much. Incognito does go down. They've lost the main tank. Doesn't look like they can go for the reds either, so they're going to have to back out or do something. Miss Orange might be picked on the way out, getting real dangerous, but doesn't actually go down. However, LaFlame actually gets punished by Risky. Oh, and Shadow Kitten with the late stagger too. 1 minute gone. They're lost a lot of time so far.
It looked like that time when Incognito jumped in that he was just a hair ahead of his team and they couldn't get to him. And that's what really spawned all of that death.
Yeah, I agree. Although I think it more than the tanks need to dive in that scenario. You need the Tracer or the Genji or something for that extra oomph. Otherwise, between the Soldier and the Orisa, he's going to eat a lot of damage.
Part of the defense here, they've got 3 people on the top left and the top right. Looks like Incognito's going in again.
Yeah, they're diving in, trying to isolate the two that were on their own there. Sorry, the three. However, they all move over and get into that same corner now. Incognito and LaFlame getting picked off by UB Pro. He is really starting to come out now. Sure, the Resurrect comes out. However, actually, they got the kill on the Doom Thighs here. They're starting to equalize. If they can prevent this Resurrect, and out comes the Soldier Sights. And Vix responds with the Transcendence, so it's pretty much going to nullify most of that damage. We're going to see Quixotic drop the Orisa Bongo. It looks like all that extra damage is really going to help the team. They are in a good position to take advantage of it. Only Shadow Kitten and Miss Orange left on the point here. Actually, there goes Miss Orange as well from range by Risky. And it looks like it was starting to look like it was going in their favor. However, they got sent back by Core Quixotic. And they're still going to hold.
It looks like they're having a hard time finding where to push because the team is split 3-3. I've never seen a team set up defense like this before, but it's holding out really well. They're having a really hard time engaging any of the players because they do have a three that's a tank healer DPS on both sides, and the Junkrat's really slowing it down too.
For sure, and with all the mobility they all have, even Junkrat breathe mines, it's really difficult for them to get a pin on anybody. They really should just go for the Orisa. But while I say that, Risky actually goes for Vix and Miss Orange, both supports down. And unfortunately, Incognito's already popped the Primal Rage, trying to see what he can get out of it, but it doesn't look like very much. LaFlame wanted to isolate UB Pro, but instead gets taken down by him once again. And Doomthigh is just going to close this fight out with the kill. And 40 seconds left. This is not looking good.
They've got time for at least one more push, but it looks like the Dark still has a tire ready to wipe everybody out. You've got a Diva ult ready to wipe everybody out. I'm eager to see Shadow Kitten, see if he can get a good, see if he can escape here, but to see if nope, he's not gonna make it.
Yeah, that was definitely.
Hopefully he'll make it back, and hopefully he can get that blade out.
Yeah, very questionable. Hopefully this bomb gets something. Oh, it might. Oh, and it gets two. That's huge. Right after the. And Shadow Kitten does get resurrected. LaFlame coming in on the Doomfist, getting a lot of good kills as well. And it looks like this is actually going to work out for them. Diva Bomb by Doom Thighs, not really necessary. On top of that, Shadow Kitten really didn't need that Dragon Blade, but I guess he just wanted to be 100% certain. As now they are in overtime, so I guess it doesn't hurt. You don't want to take chances.
Really interesting to see the swap to Doomfist here. It really changed a lot of the pressure. That initial Diva Bomb that picked off the first two players was absolutely well placed, right behind the Orisa shield. Maybe they thought they were safe, but it was just behind that shield.
Yeah, definitely well played. We're gonna see the Junkrat Tower come out here. Oh, it goes straight for Vix, completely ignoring Incognito, but he gets taken down anyway. Looks like they're regrouping now, just trying to poke, waiting for the rest of their team. They do have the spawner's advantage.
It can be very difficult to get out of this room if people end up, if the defense ends up with the upper hand here. It's very hard to get out.
That is true. We're gonna, we did see Incognito switch to the Reinhardt. They're going for a little more of a static composition. However, they still have the Diva and the Tracer. And the Genji. And they get the kill on the Queckler. Diva Bomb's gonna come out, not gonna find anything. Except the shield by Incognito. Oh, Risky with the pick from downtown, killing Miss Orange. When you lose your Mercy, it's really difficult for them. They might want to consider backing off here, as they only have Vix now. However, they are still in this fight, trading kills back and forth. And Shadow Kitten is going for that Dragon Blade. Maybe he can make the difference this time. So far, not finding very much. Kills Dark, that's something. And Rami actually catches Danger Noodle on the edge of that. Risky pop into the shoulders. Tactical Visor gets one. Looking for another. Looks like the Defense Matrix is going to deny him. However, he doesn't want. He denies the Defense Matrix. Gets the kill on Miss Orange.
Most of these kills so far on Orange Trash have been very, very staggered. They've split the team up completely, and it's pulling a lot of time off the clock for the guys and gals from Orange Trash. Looks like LaFlame swapped over to McCree for that to counter that fair. Looks like they got a fair of their own now.
Yeah. There's some pretty good architecture. Maybe they want to take Risky by surprise. He's been giving them a lot of trouble. Both Valkyries are going to be up. Diva Bomb finds nothing. However, Rami's unable to remech. Gonna get resurrected. Oh, we're seeing kills traded back and forth. Danger Noodle going down is pretty huge. They are now lacking the Mercy. This might actually be they want to take advantage of this. Risky going for quite a run. Shadow Kitten and him are just 1v1ing right now. He doesn't really have much support. He's still alive though. Actually managing to stall it. Oh, but he couldn't quite make it back to his team. Incognito flies in from the spawn with the pin, knocking Thighs out of the mech. Shadow Kitten looking for the rocket barrage. Any second now. Might want to be.
Now that the Zen ult is gone, he should be free to go.
Gets the kill onto the enemy Pharah. That's absolutely huge. They gotta watch their backs though. Risky is there. Try to look for some free picks. However, they notice him fairly quickly, and he might actually get punished for it. Deadeye comes out, and he catches Risky through the doors. And we're gonna see the Earth Shatter and the rocket barrage. Although Ubi Pro does get him down, still the kill on the Mercy cannot be ignored. Shadow Kitten gets resurrected, and there's really only 2 people left on this point. Actually, scratch that. There's nobody left. Just Doomthighs and Dark from a distance. Pretty close to their ultimates, actually. They might be trying to turn this around, or at least provide some sort of stall. Diva Bomb comes out, actually gets Shadow Kitten. This might actually be really huge. There's still no resurrect. And out comes the Tactical Visor. But he's immediately pounced on by Rami. So really isn't much he could do, but again, has Miss Orange's number, gets the kill. However, he pays for it with his life. Ooh, Dark Flame's coming out with 2 huge picks. However, oh no! It looks like Core actually had the advantage in this fight, but they weren't on the point.
Quack actually had a fantastic shield to prevent that Diva Bomb from really getting a lot of value right on top of the point. Even though his team had to back out, he saved everybody on his team.
Yeah, Winston Bubble does a lot of work if it's used properly. Risky's actually making the swap onto the far. Queckler onto the Ryan. Actually, they're still going to go for a Ryan Zarya now. Risky had quite enough of Shadow Catton's nonsense, and he's going to try and take care of him with the pick. However, Risky, wow, taking some risky plays, gets punished for it. We're going to see the Deadeye come up from the Flame here. Looking, doesn't find anything, is blocked by the shield. Doomthigh's getting a little low, but manages to get out of there. We're going to see the sound barrier come online. They're just kind of, despite having the sound barrier, they're not really doing much. Oh, huge shot comes in.
With his ult. That's ooh.
Yeah, that's not exactly what you want to see. Now it looks like the kills are starting to favor Core Quixotic here. Although they do get 1 exit kill, they really want to back out of this. There's nothing to be gained from this push. Oh man, I thought they were gonna stagger him. Oh, and looks like there was no time for anyone to make it back.
It was a really great push from Orange Trash, almost making it around that final push to the home stretch. But the exciting round, we saw basically a team fight the entire match, with only a few moments where the payload was free to run.
Yeah, that's true. There was definitely a lot of brawling this entire time. Not as much regrouping as maybe necessary, but still. Core actually did manage to have some really good holds, and it's the reason they shaved off enough time that they actually managed to hold it just around the first corner and point C.
Another thing that I loved about this match is just watching these 2 teams who have played in the past, but the teams are a little different because of we got the Shadow Kit and we got a couple of swaps on Core from the last time that they played. But watching these guys swap heroes and try to feel each other out, I think we saw 8 swaps on heroes that round, and that was just fun to see. I love seeing players flex to try to help their team push.
Yeah, you and me both. I really like when Overwatch is played in such a way, just a big, complicated game of rock, paper, scissors. And so far, seems like it's working out. They still have quite a distance to go if you're Core Quixotic. So Orange Trash aren't exactly in hot water just yet.
Looks like Core is going to be running a dive comp if they stick to this. And I'm interested to see how Dark is going to play here. Looks like he's got the Genji set up, and it looks like OT is setting up on top left behind an Orisa shield.
Yeah, that does seem the case. It seems like they're doing something similar than their enemies in the last round. So they probably do want to have people on both sides kind of causing problems. Although this might not work the same way because there is a lack of mobility in comparison to the heroes they had in the last push. although Shadow Kitten can teleport and the soldier can sprint, it looks like they just wanted some initial damage and they're all going to fight in this corner. That's really dangerous, actually. You know, they're poking right now, but all they have to do is dive in there and actually get in their face, and that's a lot of free damage for this dive comp. Just poking right now. Actually, they're onto the point. They're going to force Rami to come down and contest it. Looks like he's just going to be kind of jumping in and out. Actually, no, they give up a tick. Not really paying too much attention to what's happening on the ground. He goes down. Actually, they all start going down very quickly. It looks like Orange Trash is starting to pick up the kills in their favor. Or sorry, Quixotic is picking up kills in their favor. They're going to go for a pretty fast point A cap.
In that situation, it looked like they might have been waiting on the next Arista Shield cooldown before they jumped down and engaged that fight on the point. And I feel like they missed an opportunity to stave off the opponent just slightly.
And it definitely paid off. And it looks like they're just leaving UV Pro on the point. The rest of them are going to push and try and create any kind of advantage they can to go through the street space very quickly. But instead, Shadow Kitten is actually killed by Dark. So now they're down 1. However, the Resurrect is coming out, so they're back to an even 6. See Kekler just kind of looking around, looking for a target, but also probably trying to avoid Shadowcat on the Reaper. However, he looks like he's face to face with him. Oh, getting a little low, but manages to make it out of there.
We've got a large pool of ultimates that are starting to get put together here.
Oh, and no shield tank. This bomb is coming big. And he gets the kill on the Vix there. And now we're seeing the soldier sights from LA Flame. However, too many people were in his face in the midst of it. So it really didn't get any value, and he lost life. We're going to see the Transcendence here. Just to keep everybody alive. Make sure the Reaper can't do any real damage.
And he popped his Reaper jumped down and he popped that Transcendence. He said, nope, not today.
Hey, I think he was expecting the Death Blossom, which he does have. It's probably why he didn't put it. So really good foresight on him, even if that wasn't true. It's definitely better to be safe.
We're nearing that point of Nubani where it's the hardest part to push. Let's see if OT can hold. They've got 5 minutes and 17 seconds.
Yeah, 5 minutes and just a few more meters to go. You know, all they really need to do is win one team fight, and they got this. LA Flame gonna swap back to the Doomfist. Gets killed by Ubi Pro. Eva Bomb gonna kill. Gonna find one. We're gonna see a lot of support ults being popped right now. Incognito goes down. It's not good. Losing your main tank at such a key moment is really bad. On top of that, your flex support goes down too, and your damage. Oh my gosh, they're losing everybody. It looks like it's actually starting to clean this up right now.
Dark with the blade, taking out Rem. The last line of defense. It looks like this is going to be just adding a high noon to the end.
Oh, that was toxic. But yeah, that's going to be Quixotic's win.
Oh, my friend Danger Noodle here getting a play of the game. I did like seeing the Mercy Zen. I love that healing combo. Love it.
It's so strong. It's almost hilarious that you try anything if you tried anything else. But yeah, really good map so far. This series is really heating up. So now we're gonna go to our second map, which should be Control. Ilios. So, what do you think they need to? What do you think OT needs to do to get back in the game, Andre?
Well, I feel like OT picking a target and all pouncing at the same time would really help them, and I know that they can do it. I've seen them do it. It looks like in most of the fights that they've been trying to engage so far, and maybe it's because it was on a payload map, not sure. But they'll absolutely have an opportunity to make a large comeback in that on this map because everybody's going to be fighting on the point.
Yeah, that does make sense. It is really important here. And another thing is that you really I think they gotta watch their ult economy just a little bit. They tend to use too many ults sometimes, and you know when you're playing non-control, that's not something you want to do because yeah, you want to cap the point, but at the same time, you don't want to just blow your whole load and then not have anything for the next fight. Because you need to make it all last and cycle your ults until you get that 100%.
We've been talking about food all night long, and I love it.
You and me both. Doesn't help that orange trash is covered with oranges.
And for our squid lovers, right?
I never even thought of that. What are you doing to me, Entree?
I've actually never tried squid. Have you?
I have. Yeah, no, I have. I don't know why I hesitated.
You're
good.
still alive, so I guess it wasn't too bad.
Well, it's not like I've tried live squid where it can climb up my throat, and I'm never trying that.
If you told me you'd give me like a medium amount of money to eat some squid, I'd probably turn you down. It would have to be a large, ludicrous amount of money for me to consume some squid.
Like any squid or the live baby squid? Or
I mean,
any squid, really?
You said octopus, and I.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I guess to each their own.
I can't do it, Beat Down. I'm sorry. Is it your favorite?
It's not my favorite, but like I like it.
PK is going to need to hop in here. Squid is delicious. Calamari is amazing. There's a bunch of great things that you can do with squid.
Yeah, you see,
I needed to slide. I needed to slide the voice slider up so that OBS would recognize it. Squid is delicious, but I do enjoy the medium amount of money comment. That was good. All right, I'm going away.
Thank you,
PK, everybody. PK.
Yeah, for that quick little in-game commentary about food. That's how we do it here in Discord Throwdown. But speaking of Discord Throwdown, we should talk about the actual Throwdown. 15 seconds. Quite an interesting composition we have here from Core.
They've got to be teasing us here.
There's still 10 seconds. There's a good chance. I'm not falling for this. I say every other time.
I love seeing an Orisa on both sides. I know PK is so excited. He loves playing some Orisa, and if there's a hole in the middle, he wants to put players in the hole. He loves it.
Can't blame him. This map is indeed Boop City. That's why we have the Roadhog. That's why you have the Orisa. So it's just going to come down to who does it better. We already see, actually, someone's going for the Boop right now. We'll see who gets it first.
Both teams with fair mercy.
Oh, Queckler asserting his Orisa dominance, getting the first kill. Oh, and boom with the hook into
he almost got one back.
Queckler getting
double.
Queckler getting two. Kind of, Incognito was already on his way down. Queckler just wanted to claim it for himself. That's an easy cap if you're Core. They're trying to push this right now. Looks like they're going to get another kill on the Remy. Oh, they want to push this as far as they can. I take it back. They're going to stop at that house. They drew a line in the sand. Don't want to extend too far. It's completely understandable.
It's a really tricky. You want to get back to the point, but you gotta make sure that your main tank is there with you. X-Ram was the one that got staggered the most, I think. But now that she's back, we're here ready to engage again. Both teams are trying to set up by the lighthouse. Looks like almost got another pull. Didn't have that shield down fast enough.
Now, you see the Pharmacy battle still being waged in the skies. We're gonna see a Deadeye that immediately gets shut down. The Resurrect comes in, but that ultimate will not come back. Ruby Pro. Oh, so much CC going around. Only one kill on the rocket barrage before Risky takes it down. It looks like Core is gonna hold on to this. Although Incognito looks like he wants to try something. However, he is not gonna get it. In fact, he might get something else instead.
Right there, Forbidden went for his Feral, and he had just killed Risky, but might not have noticed that the res went off, and Risky got him back.
Yeah, definitely important to know. And Core's really using their ults pretty well. They have 3 still in this next fight. They're doing so well. We're seeing some swaps here. Incognito is going to go on. He wants to run a little less of a static composition. However, with no sort of CC, he does have to be careful. Outside of his ultimate, of course. And he needs to watch himself if he's going to be moving in and around the well, not get thrown in. Now, a lot of damage is being thrown both sides. The Flame with the Deadeye does get the kill. However, with the Mercy down, it doesn't look like this is looking good if you're Orange Trash. And DJ Noodle flexing the Far Mercy. Or sorry, the Battle Mercy, I should say. Gets the kill. And the kill just
got a gun as well.
Yeah, he's not afraid to use it, and the kills roll in. Overtime runs out, and that's the first point for Core.
Score 1-0.
Is this Boop City beatdown?
Oh, we are in the lighthouse. I don't know if it's quite like Ilios well, but I'll definitely call it Boop Town. It's up there.
We here in the Boop Village recognize you as Boopers.
Exactly. Alright, round starting. Not a whole lot has changed between the comps so far, although now we're seeing the Hanzo here from Forbidden. That should be a lot of fun.
Both teams running Ryan Zarya.
And wow, already onto the point. However, oh,
Nice
Miss
big
Orange
charge, but it got him out of position a little bit there, and they capitalized on it. OT.
That's right. Miss Orange really needs to be careful here. He's getting picked off a lot more often than a Mercy should. And it's costing them a lot of fights. Risky, my god, popping off, getting the 3K here. Killing half the team, and Core secures the point for now.
Oh, this is my jam.
But it looks like they are not done. They're on their way back now.
OT
Actually,
looks like they're completely split up here. I'm not sure what kind of point of attack that they're trying to do. Maybe they're trying to get Dark out of the sky before they engage the point.
yeah, it isn't the worst idea. However, you still probably should push up as a team, you know, create that space that the DPS need to do the work. Looks like they are doing that now. Although instead of Dark, Forbidden actually goes down, although Dark is dangerously close. Losing both their DPS now is just really, and a tank, my god, UV Pro. Even on the Lucio, getting kill after kill. And that's another team fight here for Core. And apparently he can't stop, won't stop.
Looks like Forbidden's making a swap over to Junkrat. And I feel like that might be a good pick. They're going to have to battle their way through the old pool that Core has available currently.
Indeed, Deadeye is going to come out, but before he can fire it off, he goes down again. UV Pro, this guy cannot stop, and nor will he stop. Forbidden taking his life for that revenge. Sorry, losing his life for that revenge. And honestly, Core not really losing anything. 80% and counting. 4 ults as well. Only support ults here. I'd be really sweating if I was Orange Trash. They really need to build up to that Earth Shatter, and they need to land it. However, if they get shattered themselves, this is probably as good as done. Deadeye's coming out from Risky. Just waiting, gets fixed in the distance. That's really bad. And oh, as they hit the point, they get caught by the Shatter. That's the worst. However,
here's the answer, Shatter.
And it's huge. Resurrect does come out as well. Looks like this is their chance. 99%, but they're not done yet.
Battle out front, and LaFlame ends up taking Risky. OT's gonna take it from 99. They're gonna take it back.
They're gonna take it back, but they can't lose a fight now.
Ibu Pro. Might have missed a jump there.
Might have been just a forced reset. Didn't want to take the chance of trying to escape and then getting caught anyway. Plus he's Lucio, so he can make it back pretty fast from spawn. Although the rest of Core is kind of already there. Trading blows.
Looks like Core has a wombo combo here, ready to come out with Zarya and Dark on the Pharaoh. Oh, here it comes! Here it comes!
Oh, but he completely gets shut down as he was going for the rocket brush. Gets killed by the High Noon. That might have actually saved their push right there. And Dangerous Noodle. This is really great. You get the Mercy. And that could really just help. That could really help end the enemy's push here. You know, they lost so much healing.
Got a Ryan battle out front.
Ryan battle, but quickly retreats, and honestly, he probably should have. However, he's back, and he actually wins, gets 2 kills himself. And it looks like they're flipping back, and they're flipping it back here. Oh, the Mercy goes down. They got the grab, and oh, is the jump tire gonna get in? A quadruple jump grab tire. However, it looks like it's coming down between Risky and Forbidden. Oh. Oh,
Risky
despite his
alone on the point.
couldn't quite do it. Oh, but yeah, it looks like it gave enough. Although Vix goes down, it gave just enough time for Risky to. Sorry, for Incognito to come back and get the kill. Dark gets the the rocket barrage that he didn't get to use last time, and oh, unfortunately, that's too bad. It looks like this is all they're gonna get here. And that's map 2. Going for core.
Just when OT was making the comeback, it looked like it just turned around on him. The enormous tire. I'm sure, it's the play of the game.
Oh, it's gotta be unbelievable. Just. Well, it looks like it is 2-0 now for Core Quixotic, but Orange Trash is not out of it yet. They do have a chance here. My God, quadruple kill. So, yeah, it's still not over for OT. They do have a chance here. They just need to win 3 maps in a row. Not a big deal, right?
Is its own reward.
No big deal. No
they
big deal. No
can-
worries.
They can do it. Did you guys hear Vix earlier? They can take it.
Route 66 is next, and I love that map.
Yeah, but first
Pete Down, I'm so sorry for saying this, but I usually say I will always say I love that map.
Route 66?
I love a lot of these maps.
That's fine. Most of them are pretty good. And then Route 66 is pretty good. The only maps I don't like.
Why do you like it?
Why do I like Route 66? I like all Escort. They're pretty fun. I like playing Dive. Now that I don't have to play it every single game all the time forever, it's pretty fun to play a map where it's like, oh yeah, we should probably play Dive this time. Good.
See, I agree with you.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like 66 because it's got everything that you would want from a map. It's wide open.
Yep.
For your long range characters, it's got some areas where you can knock them off the map for your PK characters. It's got some tight choke points for your Junkrat characters. It's got a little bit of something for everybody. I love it.
Yeah, you're definitely not wrong. And now I see the real appeal behind this map for you. It's because of the long sight lines, isn't it, Mr. I Love Widowmaker?
I hope to see a good Widow fight here. I think it's gonna be happening.
Oh yeah, Risky plays a mean Widow. Oh, and they're subbing in Snowfire, who I'm pretty sure is also a pretty nasty Widowmaker, if I remember correctly.
No. Main tank.
Snowfire is a main tank. Don't listen to Beatdown.
Yeah. But he is a rock solid main tank. Him and Incognito both are great Reinhardts.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Incognito. Oh yeah, Incognito was doing pretty well, but is still dealing with Queckler is a lot to ask for. So maybe swapping in that main tank. Maybe Snowfire can be the one to do it for them. They did say he was not having him was one of the reasons they didn't do so well against Core last time. So this could be the deciding difference here.
I'm gonna scratch my head here for a second. They've got the LaFlame swapping out. I'm not sure who Gucci is, but hopefully he can snipe. I don't think I see many other snipers on this team.
Yeah, I was just wondering about that. No, it's mostly Tracer player, but we'll just have to see. This is gonna be a little difficult because if Risky does go for the Widowmaker and they don't find a way to deal with it, they're gonna have a lot of struggle here. But there are a couple other ways to deal with the Widowmaker. It doesn't necessarily have to be another Widowmaker. Of course, that is the most ideal. Alright, any second now, both teams are ready. We'll be heading to the third and potentially final map of the series so far.
PK, what's the score?
Alright, so the score is currently 2-0 for Core Quixotic.
Looks like Gucci is a Widow after all.
Let's see it. There you go. You got exactly what you wanted.
It is. Hold on. I'm going to stand up and dance a little bit. Okay, I'm back.
Wow, how'd you take your headset off without making any noise?
Well, I'm actually the Flash.
Wouldn't I hear the static electricity then?
No. Baby.
Oh, okay. But that aside, 1 minute, both teams running very similar comps. However, Shadow Kitten's sticking with the Reaper. Probably really sick of the enemy Reinhardt, or he just knows deep in his heart that Core is going to run the dive comp, and he just wants to shut it down.
It is interesting to see Shadow Kitten on the Reaper. I know he can play it well, but I feel like he's probably going to swamp on this map.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I'm thinking he's gonna struggle. He could struggle quite a bit if he doesn't actually. If he's not careful, because it is pretty open here, and if he gets yeah, what's up?
He might be able to get behind the dive and go kill both of their healers. So I don't know. Let's see how it plays out.
Well, no, I'm sure he can. I'm just suspecting, like, if Risky catches sight of him, he might blow his head off, and that's, for somebody as slow as Reaper, that might be a problem. Maybe.
Do you like to hold up on the... Ooh, it looks like they're all hiding. They're all hiding. You can't see any of them. They're not... Looks like Widow Battle's already begun.
Yes, it has. It looks like they're just, yeah, they're just... Nobody's really doing or saying much of anything. Whoa! Risky! Ooh. With just, like 1 pixel of Gucci, he lands the shot. And might actually kill... Oh! Thanks to gravity.
And then he missed orange 3 times.
Yeah, you know, I saw that. Thanks to gravity, he just couldn't quite get it. Couldn't quite line up the shot.
Ooh, landed a body shot in return.
Yeah, needs a little bit of healing. A little battle resumes. It looks like now, actually, they're adding a little pressure there.
These guys are risking it for the biscuit right now, both of them. Going all out to try to kill the other.
No, it looks like Gucci takes a quick break and takes a shot at Queckler. Ooh, and another shot at Risky.
And the Mercy res the Winston, so now they can't have a res for the Widow. But they jumped straight on Gucci trying to get him out. Didn't succeed.
Nope, unfortunately they did have the right idea. Being down your is a little problematic. And not being able to deal with the Widow immediately is also an issue, because now he just fire off shots all he wants. Looks like they're going to get this point here. I doubt they have the chance to contest, but it looks like they're going for it anyway. Oh no, yeah, it looks like they can make it. Oh, but he gets predicted and pinned. We're going to see the Transcendence come out here, and the Junkrat tire just looking around. Hasn't quite found anything yet. Oh, and it exploded and didn't get anything. Oh, big Earth Shatter here. Oh, tank goes down, and this bomb could... Oh, it gets 2! Oh, that's huge. Queckler does get resurrected, but unfortunately...
Oh, Gucci with the double cap! Gucci gang doubled up.
He did, but it looks like this is still in favor of Core, unless Shadow Kitten can go absolutely huge. Oh, and now he has to fight an angry monkey. Looks like he gets taken out for it. And he wants more. Didn't go for Gucci for some reason. And because of that, Doom's Eyes does go down. Oh, looks like he might have him now if he doesn't get any help. There he goes.
Sniper, don't get caught.
And I think Rami just wasn't quite keeping up with the team here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Risky's doing very well. I think OT is getting a little uncoordinated here. Starting to wonder. Rami going in by himself, getting demech. That's kind of a problem. You don't want to be doing that. So now he has to...
Gucci out of position. This cap.
Oh, trying to go for a long flank probably, but not worth it. Now he's unresable because Risky's just watching that spot like a hawk. Yep, Gucci's accepted the fact that he cannot best Risky. Swaps to the Tracer. Probably wants to get in his face and try to burst him down. We're going to see the Valkyrie come out here from Danger Noodle. Dark goes down, but... Nah, oh, right after Doom Size as well. We're going to see a Resurrect here. However, the kills are being traded back and forth. This Junkrat tire could be the difference maker, though. Oh, gets Mercy and
gets the double.
Then Diva, that's huge. They need to back off right there. No, Vix! But Vix uses the Transcendence! With only 3 of their members there. X.
No, got Shadow Kitten in the middle, but Vix gets payback. the worst enemy for a Widow is a Zenyatta throwing volley karate.
But the Earth Shatter actually comes up huge here for Snowfire, and it looks like they might actually win this fight. We're gonna see the Valkyrie come out, but yeah, and it looks like they didn't really even need the Valk.
Got the res on Vic so they didn't get long spawn. That was a fantastic fight.
Just wow.
Gucci sitting on a pulse bomb. Wonder what they're planning.
Yeah, looks like he's probably looking for a target right now. Oh, gets the stick, but it doesn't look like.
Did it get eaten?
No, I heard it. I could have sworn I heard it go off, but. But either way, Ubi Pro does go down in the end due to Shadow Kitten. Shadow Kitten gets another. Diva Ball's gonna get two, but Doom Dive gets two as well. Gucci
now it's up to Risky to kill everybody.
That is asking a lot. Oh, it looks like
Risky's actually grapple and pays the price.
Yeah, it looks like Risky's gonna go down and then go down.
The best thing about OT is once they get going, they are hard to stop.
Yeah, they're doing well.
Shadow Kitten taking some damage boost here. Vix with another Transcendence. Was there anything dangerous happening just then?
Oh no, it might have been a little not exactly ideal, but you know they got to the checkpoint. 2 minutes left, plenty of time to build another one. On top of that, they do have 3 ults going for them here. Gucci gonna swap to the McCree now. Wants to deal with Dark, especially in enclosed spaces.
Deal with that Tracer, but we got double McCree.
Yeah, at least this is a good way for them to deal with Dark. This is a little closed off for Pharah, so Dark might struggle here. So it is a good idea. Gucci already getting the first pick here. This is good. They might want to push on that. Snowfire might be looking for the Shatter.
Snowfire with a charge across the map. Zenyatta saved his team, but it's looking like they're pushed back pretty far. Shadow Kitten with lots of picks here.
Yeah, this might be... Oh, getting Danger Noodle too. That's huge. They might actually be able to finish this here and keep this momentum.
Be careful, Anakin Skywalker. Risky's got the high ground.
Oh, and
the dodge the ult, but nobody's on the point, so it ends up delivered all the way.
Score 0-3.
That's a fantastic cap by OT. Playing well, pushing core Quixotic around the payload, so they had to run off. And then the Diva Bomb, which might not have caught anybody, but it sealed the deal.
Yeah, that's right. It did work out for them quite well. 1 minute 18 is a respectable time. They did finish. So now we're just going to see if they can hold.
Oh, Dark. Dark, please, let's see some... Oh, no, never mind.
Hey,
these guys are just teasing us.
It's a little soon for that. Don't get too excited. So
Shadow Kitten on the Reaper really did work out. I was expecting to see probably a swap to Genji perhaps, or even a Pharah. I think I've seen Shadow Kitten play Pharah, but you know Shadow Kitten really helped his team on Reaper, and it looks like he's gonna stick it on D here, probably because Quick likes to play Winston a lot apparently.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
I'm looking forward to
And Zenyatta's dance may be one of the strangest things I've ever witnessed.
I understand.
It's... Wait, why do I feel like I've never even seen it? That's... What is that?
It's like I'm mesmerized, but I guess that's the point, right?
Yeah, you know, embrace tranquility, right?
Yeah, it's so artful and so... I don't know. It's magnificent. The martial arts with the balls.
Attackers incoming.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I know the one. All right, we're gonna be here on to the first sorry, we're going around the first corner. It looks like they're already kind of trying to engage a little bit.
Looking for the Tracer to come up from behind. Not finding her yet.
Not yet, but is paranoid. Oh, gonna get 2 huge picks to start things off. Looks like Core is doing alright, although they do lose Risky. This is still, I take it back. Shadow Kitten gets Fleckler. They're gonna have to really put in the focus fire if they do want to get this. Wow, they actually managed to...
with the bravest res I've seen this week, right in front of Shadowfire.
My god, and it goes off. Gets the main tank back. Bubble comes out, but not enough to save Dark. Then they get the D-Mech onto Remy. He's so low, they do manage. That is going to be a little rough for them. Vix actually coming back on the Brigitte. Oh,
Big fat catches 2.
Oh, 3. Huge.
Last round we saw a Texas-sized tire. That time I think we saw at least a Colorado-sized Shatter.
Yes. Looks like they do stabilize for now.
Looks like this time Blue Core is coming back with a pretty good complement of bolts. Let's see how they try to utilize it. Shadow Kitten with the Reaper ult ready. Looks like he's trying to go behind. I'm keeping my eye on Shadow Kitten.
Oh yeah, Vix
Big blade.
Oh, big blade gets the Mercy. Nobody else, but still, that might be enough to turn it around if the Mercy can't get the res. Ramy's mech does go down. However, getting Danger Noodle. That's actually going to be really big. It's probably going to help them continue to hold on right here. They might want to back off, although Quickler has committed the Primal Rage. Gets nothing out of it. Still, risky. Using the Pulse Bomb.
Tried to get the bomb, but missed. Didn't attach.
Yeah, but for what really? Like, Whiskey is the only one left. The team has to come back. They wouldn't have had time to actually do anything with it. And Unipro gets caught. Trying to go on.
Giving his team some HP. Get some armor, guys. Get some armor from the armor pack quarterback.
Oh, I like that.
It looks like OT has a very, very full complement of ults, but you've got both support ults from Korra as they make this next push.
You're right, Ed. Oh, Gucci with
got
the
risky.
stick.
He's probably likely the most dangerous. Danger knows it and gets a res immediately for risky.
60 seconds remaining.
Indeed. Four fights still into this comp. We're gonna see the Demon Bomb come up. Doesn't find anybody. However, Shadow Kitten getting risky again. This guy cannot catch a break. Ooh, Dark with the big pick onto the Mercy. And Gucci. Oh, it's actually
Core's going up.
A little slow on that. A little slow on the Transcendence. However, Danger Noodle takes the DPS job into his hands once again. Pulls out the Battle Mercy. Gets the kill. Kitten.
Remy does a great job getting out of that fight. The fight's gone. The fight's lost. It's time to make sure we stay alive. But Doom pushing up really, really far.
Yes, definitely. Oh, Dark is really low. Oh, popping the ultimate. Oh, gets a lot of damage in. Couldn't quite finish before it gets killed by Gucci, but still, this should go in their favor. Unless they lose Danger Noodle, which is really bad, actually. Oh, fight is still going on into the gas station. Oh, the picks are starting to come through. Ooh, big shatter from Keckler. He's by himself. Can he really finish it? Oh my gosh. It was just down to him and Vix, but it looks like they're actually not going to make it. And hey, look at that. Orange Trash is on the board.
Good job, OT. Pulling a point. Oh, look at all this orange. My favorite flavor of Kool-Aid happens to be orange.
Oh, hey, mine too.
High five, bro.
But yeah, really good. Orange Trash waking up now. This is definitely a series.
I'm so glad that was the play of the game because you saw the one go across and get two, but you couldn't quite get around the payload and keep yourself safe. Sometimes you just can't get away from the Diva ult. I don't like it. I don't like it. Like your big toe could be hanging out from behind a wall and it'll still blow you up.
Yeah, it's true. It's an interesting hitbox. But still, now the score is 2-1.
Now, We take
Now.
our event to the cold.
How cold?
We take it to Russia.
I thought you were going to say ice cold. But this is acceptable as well. We're going to Volskaya Industries 2CP, everybody's favorite game mode ever.
Well,
You
yeah.
said what?
Both teams love it. And this happens to be Orange Trash's favorite map.
Oh, yeah. How about that? I was actually kind of kidding when I said everybody's favorite thing, but they like, yeah, hey, all right. Well, that works out. Yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see Volskaya in this next map. But what do you think is going to be the win condition here, Andre?
You know, probably dive comp.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm gonna see dive. I'm gonna see some dive. I might see some Doomfist.
Okay.
Maybe. Well, I don't know. LaFlame is out. I don't know. What do you think we're gonna see? Beatdown? Beatdown?
Oh, I hope so. I think dive comp is really effective here. But it depends really on what the teams want to run. They do seem to favor the death volley, a little more static comps. You know, that's most of what they've been running throughout this series so far. However, it doesn't necessarily rule out dive. We've seen them do it before. I think that's what they should do. And I believe both teams can do it. It really all just depends on whether or not Shadow Kitten. Yeah. Oh yeah. See. I was literally about to say, if it all depends on whether or not Shadow Kitten will let go of that Reaper. Looks like so far that is a no.
Looks like we're going triple on the form of core, and I have seen them be successful with that before. I believe it was on Horizon Lunar Colony, and they've gone triple probably a few times. It's something that they do well, and it's something they steamroll with. So I really hope that OT is prepared for the amount of pressure that might have changed now because they're not triple anymore. It looks like Doom is going to play Pharaoh.
Yeah, it's always. Actually, yeah, this is not a bad pick.
Or they'll play Hanzo. Or they'll
Okay.
swap again and make me sound stupid.
Wow, yeah. Oh, it looks like they're going for that Goats comp, the triple or the quad tank double support. Depending on how you view Brigitte, although honestly she's more of a tank than anything else.
Defend objective A.
But still, yeah, they're gonna. Oh man, they're gonna come in hot. Be careful. Or sorry, be sure to watch.
That's what they like to do.
Yup. Oh, they're right in here. Snowfire gets ripped right, knocked right out of his charge to go down. Although Gucci does find the Moira, that's actually pretty huge. Unless they can get a huge pick right now on the back, they do. They get the main support. This could still actually work out for them very well. Yep. Shadow Kitten does go down. The only one left really is Fix and Gucci, but what's a Widow gonna do against 4 tanks?
We'll probably see a swap on Gucci here. Yep, going to Pharaoh. Shadow Kitten's probably a really strong pick on Reaper. Let's see if OT can handle the second point. With 7 minutes to push the second point here, I believe the record that we saw in DCT so far was 6 minutes and 23 seconds. I'm not pulling that number out of my butt. I promise. I was watching that game. So we'll see if they're trying to break a record here.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. Now Risky is going to be on the McCree, so they're just sticking with the triple tank. Wants to deal with Gucci, I guess, the counter switch. Oh, they get the pretty big shatter. They get the kill on the Snowfire. It looks like, oh, they're getting really aggressive. Kills are really rolling in for them. Only ones left are Shadow Kid. Oh, but right after his Wraith form gets immediately wrecked, along with Gucci and Miss Orange. Diva Bomb going to come out. Gets the kill on the Vix. We're gonna see Snowfire charge actually get a kill with the pin. Ooh, and lands a pretty
fat shatter. Even though he died, he stalled that team from killing any more of his friends.
Yeah, and wow, Gucci's gonna come out here with the clutch play, getting 2 with the rocket for, and that's huge. That actually could be exactly what they need. We're gonna see the Valkyrie come out. Oh, and looks like nobody stops the resurrection on Shadow Kitten here. This could really help them out here. Get the tank busting ability out here. The tanks go down.
OT making the hold. I have seen Snowfire land more charges than I have had dates in this past year.
I need to go back and do a count and whether or not I should give you a hug. But for the moment, it looks like OT is not going to change their composition. They're going to stick with it. It did get them very close. 5 minutes left. Why not give it another try? They do have a sound barrier. However, Risky goes down early. That's not very good. Still, getting Snowfire really helps. Oh, they isolate Shadow Kitten. Sure, the Graviton comes out, but they have nothing. I take it back. Gucci brings back the Rocket Barrage.
Gucci with another triple. How did he get a barrage back that fast? Did he hit the cheat codes? Up, down, left, right, BA, BA?
Well, it's probably due to the fact they're running a tank-heavy composition. Just Farm City for Afara. You're trying to build your ultimate there. However, it looks like OT, with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left, has all 6 of their ultimates. So, if used correctly...
I wonder what order they're going to try to use these. Oh, never mind. There goes the Brigida. They're going to have extra health coming in.
And the Deadeye comes out. Oh, he actually catches Gucci before the sound barrier goes off. Shadow getting in behind. Oh, huge Earth Shatter into the Death Blossom.
Ready for it.
Yeah, they actually managed to respond very competently, and they got the Vixen. They got everybody, actually. It looks like they might have this. Gucci won't make it in time. And that's going to be the cap. 4 minutes, 6 seconds left.
Score 0-2.
Running the triple comp from Core has been something that they seem just so bloodthirsty, and it looked like that round they were just jumping straight on the main tank from the other team, and it is effective and cruel on these 2ZP maps. What do you think about that, B-Dome?
Yeah, it does work because it does work pretty well if you're the attacking team, because you know those kinds of comps need to be really up close and personal, and to prevent the enemy from capturing the point, you need to get onto the point. You know, the point's not a big space, so by doing so, you're already up close and personal. So unless you really need to outplay that composition for it to not completely run you over.
You know, I was playing a competitive game recently, and you know, I'm trying to climb into plat, right? I'm just a noob, and I saw a team run it was a single tank, Rhine, and 4 healers, and 1 DPS. It was Junkrat. And that was the hardest comp that I've ever played against in my life. It was they like all the heroes were 200 like health heroes. They weren't even running a bridge. They were running like 4 of the other healers, and we just couldn't kill anything. We couldn't kill anything. It was the saddest day of my life. On Overwatch, at least.
Yeah, Ladder is not exactly known for coordination. However, we're here. A slightly more organized team play. That's why we can see things like this actually work out. Risky playing the defensive Widowmaker. Oh my god, the Bastion Symmetra is actually happening.
Gucci is making the dream come true.
You know what? Why didn't he put a teleporter onto the left side? Oh my goodness, Shadow Kitten goes down already. They burn the Resurrect. Ubi Pro again with just fragging Zenyatta. Dark also doing his fair share of work. This comp definitely falling apart. This isn't going to work. Looks like Shadow Kitten knows this, and he's trying to get out as quickly as possible.
Looks like Gucci making the swap over to Widow, probably to counter the Risky. It might have gone a little bit smoother if they had just... I feel like they went too fast. They might have slowed down, been able to pick a target a little bit smoother, and that would have helped.
Yeah, maybe. However, whoever OT still have almost 3 minutes left. They do need to go in here. Gucci switching to the Widowmaker. Really needs to contest Risky here. Oh, but they get the kill on the Far Mercy. That's huge. It looks like that pretty much guarantees they're going to cap this, and that's a miracle play comes through.
Risky making contact on Miss Orange.
This is kind of what I was talking about. They actually managed to turn it around even without their mercy. Shadow Kitten trying to get the jump on Risky, but he doesn't even know that Ubi Pro saved his life. Oh, Gucci on the... Oh my god, Ubi Pro, this guy is just all over the kill feed right now. And a few ultimates are coming online here. Risky again. Getting the important early pick. Now they have to wait for the res or the respawn. You gotta watch for Dark. Dark has the rocket barrage. Doomthighs is actually very close to the... Graviton Surge, so that's a pretty big combo they gotta watch out for. Shadow Kitten's gonna swap to the McCree as well. Got the double hit scan. They really don't like the Pharah right now. We're gonna push into the left.
Let's get to that outfit.
Just kind of poking, prodding. Only a minute and a half left. Oh, huge pick on the Risky there. That's exactly what they need. Another one on the Dark. Gucci's coming to play. This may actually be the push that they needed, unless once again I caster curse it and they somehow turn it all around. We're gonna see the Valkyrie come out. Danger Noodle. Oh my gosh, the huge Graviton Surge. They actually managed to get the Mercy. Oh my goodness, did they survive? This guys don't know. Nope.
These two tanks are so confident in their abilities to just zone and take as much damage as they can.
I mean, a lot of the times it works. That's the crazy thing. But it looks like with just 30 seconds left, they're gonna make the cap. They still have a few ults to spare. They might actually go for a fast point B if they can manage it.
Objective lost.
Well, they got walls, so they gotta be careful now.
Gucci pop a vision, so he shows his team where everybody's at. And it looks like Risky's on McCree now.
That's right. Is a little afraid to peek. Shadow Kitten going around to the side. Oh no, can they see him though? Oh, they might not realize that he's actually there. Risky down. Earth Shatter. Oh, Earth Shatter only finds Dark. Shadow Kitten from the back. Oh, they don't even know that he's there. Oh, but the Deadeye doesn't find anything. Too bad. Gucci doesn't really matter. Gucci's finding everything. Dark actually ends up killing himself. It looks like they're gonna finish this point here, except Risky is trying to come in.
Risky with the stop on that res.
Yeah, that is pretty crucial. We're gonna see Dark actually switch on to the Genji here. Gets stunned though, although Miss Orange whoa, Ubi Pro. He's actually making some huge plays right now. Vix is the only one left. Not even a tick captured for all that effort. Man, these guys are just full of miracle plays.
Core has really done a great job holding with, even if it was just 2 players left on a node. They've done a great job holding their own and waiting for the cavalry to come back.
Making the push onto the point. Not seeing.
Looks like more ults than Core here pretty soon, even though one of them just widows. Risky with a stun shut down on the Moria ult.
Pretty huge. Sights once again. Oh, and they come. Go down.
Snowfire with another charge down.
Yep, this might be it this time. One tick goes down unless. Oh!
Big grab. Nothing to cover with. Stall.
Literally just him, yeah. Nothing to do about it. Shadow Kitten just for good measure that Deadeye, but it doesn't matter. They capped the point.
Complete.
Damn it.
Score.
Now, something fun here is now that it's 2-2, and we get to see both teams go for it again. What do you think OT is going to do? Fully expecting that Core is going to run that triple comp again. Do you think that they're going to try to prepare for that a little bit differently? Maybe go with the Reaper Pharaoh that they started with on point 2 and stalled them slightly? What do you think to see here?
I think, yeah, they should be expecting that comp again. I would imagine they're probably just going to stick with the... Oh, actually, no. Core is not attacking first. So, I don't think they're going to run that comp on the defense. Still, it looks like they want to try this Symmetra Bastion strat again, but they actually have a lot less time than they did before. I don't know if that's a good idea. Unless they heard me and are going to use the teleporter to go around the left side.
You know, the teleporter on the left side with the Bastion, did a team use that now recently or something? And gain a lot of popularity?
Owl doesn't have new Symmetra yet.
Oh, okay. Something happened, and I've seen so many people, like, on Russia specifically, people be like, ooh, Symmetra Bastion.
Oh yeah, people are loving the new teleporter. They're just having a lot of fun. You probably saw it on Reddit.
My teleporter is online.
Risky on the Widow here. I like it. Looks like they're coming up left side. Orange and Ram don't make the swap. Maybe somebody got body blocked out, but that is going to unfoil the plans that they had to try to sneak up on left side.
Oh my God! I know what happened. I know what happened. Some of the members must have thought that to interact with the teleporter, you just have to walk through it. But with the new Symmetra, you actually have to press a button.
Looks like they've abandoned the plan.
That's actually really unfortunate. Nobody must have told them. But yeah, that's a minute of their time gone. However, actually Snowfire going down early, that's really rough. Actually, a lot of kills are coming in for Core. They're getting really aggressive. They know the time is running out for OT. They do get the shatter, but only 1 kill for it. They gotta start pulling in more kills if they're gonna do anything here. Little battle up top. Oh, Risky's actually gonna take that one. Junkrat tire here. Oh, this is probably gonna end it all unless he can somehow block it. Doesn't actually find Shadow Kitten, but Ubi Pro again doing his best Jonak impression, getting kill after kill. Only one left is Shadow. 2 falls, 20 seconds left. And really no ultimates to show for it besides their Valkyrie.
Rami pushing into the point early. Got a little bit ahead of the team.
Oh, but they're just dropping everything now. Yup, that is going to be it. Looks like the next round, we're going to go into final attempt. Unless Gucci can win it all. Oh my goodness, never mind. Yep, like I said, next round, final attempt.
Into the iris.
There's really nothing they could have done with all those ultimates coming into their face like that.
It's hard to climb that kind of a mountain. UB Pro on Zenyatta has been really fun to watch so far. I love that Jay Joniak style of play where you're not just there to heal, you're there to basically be the third DPS, and you just putting out so much pressure and helping your team finish targets, not just put a lot of damage out, but finishing targets. So it's been really fun to see him on the kill feed a whole lot tonight.
Yeah, it has been. It's really great, and I love seeing the Battle Mercy every now and then as well. It's really fun to watch people transcend their class a little bit, you know.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Yeah, this is gonna be pretty rough here if you're Orange Trash, you know. They have not a lot to work with. They only have the opportunity, they only have 1 tick to lose, and then they've lost this map and the entire game. But they have 4 minutes to hold this and go for a tie.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It doesn't look like Core is going to be running one of those comps that they had earlier. It looks like they're going with a double sniper. composition, which is actually something that they have listed, but we haven't seen it today so far from their players sheet. So we're seeing them play to their strength right now, I believe. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, we will. Hopefully it does work out for them. Oh, Orisa on attack. That's very interesting. However, Dark taking the early pick. And Shadow Kitten getting him right back. So really now it all depends. Shadow Kitten. Oh, very predictable teleport.
During the teleport.
Oh man, Miss Orange getting dangerously low. Wow, it looks like they're actually going to hold it here. They're going in their favor. They just need to clean it up right now. Yep,
if there's anything that I have learned from these maps so far, it's not to underestimate a combo of 2 or 3 of the core Quixotic players, because they are able to sustain and push until the cavalry comes back.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And just as you say something like that, Gucci goes down. Rez is still on cool as well, so that's not looking very good. This might be the chance that they need. Members are still walking back from spawn too.
Snowfire's got a shatter ready.
Shadow Kitten. Shadow Kitten is getting.
Oh, and the shatter gets shut down.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Shadow Kitten really doing work. Finally gets pulled down. Only Snowfire getting rezzed. There's Miss Orange and Gucci too, but it's just a matter of time here. Unless Gucci can get a huge ultimate to go off here.
We gotta take the point.
Yeah, getting Dark is. Oh, this is actually really big. Whole Hog is coming out with the support from the Mercy. It might actually keep them off the point long enough. Oh no, but here comes the... Oh, the Diva Bomb gets one. Ubi Pro gets another. Here we have
Vix coming back with Bridge as the ult. Probably used it for speed to get back, but now she's giving her team more health. Hopefully they'll make it through this fight so we can see some more. Here comes Dragons from Dark.
Yeah, but they are still down risky there, but they're still going to commit to this fight, even though they've lost Dark and Gucci, however, and Risky, however, they got the Resurrect back. Gonna see a Graviton Surge combined with the Reaper ult. Gets one, but they lost the Mercy. This really could be it. They lost 2 of their supports, actually.
Risky making a lot of contact as Pharaoh. Unless Hanzo can come up with some wonderful plays here, from Gucci, there might be a problem dealing with that Pharaoh from core.
Yeah, you know, they don't have time to swap.
1 minute to go.
You know. Yeah, they actually managed to hold for 3 minutes. It's very impressive. They just gotta watch. They can still win this though. They just gotta deal with Snowfire's Earth Shatter and Gucci's Dragon Strike. If they can do that, then I really think they do have this, because they don't have an answer for Risky in any way. So they just need to play around that and take the time.
There's the Bongo. These guys are all... They went back door.
Backdoor indeed. Dragon's going to come out. Doesn't really do much. Oh, Shadow Kitten. Not really... from behind. Gets Dark. They really don't notice him. Oh, it looks like they're just keep this one up. However, looks like the rest of the team didn't get the memo. Oh no, they could be stalling Doom to 5 now. Oh my gosh, that... really hurt.
Going back for that, just to recap what I think I saw, those dragons might not have landed a lot of contact, but it completely scrambled the plan from core, and now they've got to overcommit. That shatter doesn't connect because of the shield in the way from Winston, but he does go down. OT looks like they're going to come out of this fight. I don't want to talk too soon.
No, it looks like they actually managed. They actually managed to draw here. Although the Dragon Strike does get eaten, it really doesn't matter. The Doom 5 the only one on the point. Oh, we got Queckler still making the stall. However, this is it for real.
That is a strong hold from Orange Trash. 2-2 on the draw. I don't think I've seen a better map this entire season.
No, this has been actually very good. So, what do you think helped them hold so well, Andre?
clear skies ahead.
I'm sorry?
I said,
What did I miss? What did I miss? I'm sorry. I sneezed like 4 times in a row just now. I'm really sorry.
no, I said, what do you think contributed to that hold that we just saw?
Oh man, we saw it on the play of the game, man. Shadow Kitten finding the exposed members, finding the people who were a little bit out of place, finding the bongo and knocking that out to make sure that the enemy team didn't have a distinct advantage. Shadow Kitten really, I feel like, was the MVP for OT on that map, and on the other side, I think UB Pro might have been the MVP for Core.
All right, it makes sense. So yeah, we have this draw, not quite expecting it, but it is whoever gets the 3 map wins. So if OT actually manages to tie it up here at Lijiang Tower, we're gonna have to go to a 6th map here at Oasis. So this could actually be quite a series.
Thinking back to what happened on Ilios, Core was able to hold that control point really, really confidently and strongly, and that might be a problem for OT here. I want to see another good round from these guys. That last round was so exciting. Looks like they're swapping Shadow Kitten out for LaFlame, and LaFlame might be bringing a Doomfist to this one.
Oh man, I really hope so. Yeah, it's definitely not without its use on Lijiang, so do it, please. Yeah, team's just taking a short break, but looks like everybody is ready to keep this amazing series going.
Can I just take 1 second and throw our friends in Core Quixotic a thank you to picking up a player who has named their character after my thighs. I thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Thunder and Lightning here are very, very happy about you honoring my Andre thighs. My risky Andre Doom thighs.
Your risky Andre Doom thighs.
I'm not going to keep going because there's a noodle in there. We're going to leave that out.
Wow. Okay. But all right, now we're arriving at Ilios.
This map brings back memories of Capture the Flag, actually.
Oh yeah?
I really like Capture the Flag, but that's probably because back in the day when I first started playing FPSs, it was Halo, a lot of Halo. Loved it and loved Capture the Flag on there. What was your first FPS, Beatdown?
Also Halo. Halo 2.
Man,
I like Griffball.
I honestly I miss it a little bit.
I miss it a lot of it.
The LAN parties? Did you do LAN parties, dude?
Oh, dude, of course. Well, that's because of couch co-op, which we don't really have that anymore.
Never again. Thank you, Internet.
Yeah, seriously. All right, 15 seconds. We're here at the Lijiang Garden, and looks like LaFlame's actually going to come with the Widowmaker, and it does work on this map from time to time, but because they're running the dive comp here on the side of Core, it might be really difficult because there isn't going to be much peel for Flame. It's going to really need to hit those shots.
Both teams running Pharah. This is not a bad Pharah map.
No, not at all. It looks like they're setting themselves up. Vix might pose a little bit of a problem for this dive. They do need to be careful. Just kind of... Oh, Risky gets the kill on the Rami. That's huge, but Risky goes down himself. Trading 1-for-1 right now. Somebody really needs to help Kleckler, though. He's getting really low. Oh, however, two right back on the other side. Yep, and then with all these points rolling in, it looks like it's just any second now they're going to capture the point here. And the capture percentage starts building.
I need healing.
Risky backside on Tracer. Looks like they're planning something special. But the gig is up because LaFlame put his vision up.
Oh, Gucci with the huge rocket brush gets 2. Although Risky finds someone, it doesn't matter. It looks like this is all blue on the kill feed. And if they keep this up, oh, the point's actually already being capped. Queckler jumps in, only to be killed right away. Yeah, and with a little bit of stalling, we're going to have a point with
LaFlame making the swap over to Hanzo. I wonder who he's trying to shoot here.
Maybe just a little more mobility.
Okay.
A little
It's
more
interesting
mobility.
to see him not on a hit scan though.
Yeah. Still, it's not exactly impossible. I'm sure he can handle it. That is really good for tank busting in general. So it's definitely not a bad switch. Can combo with the Zarya. It's even better. Oh, we're gonna see. Oh, big bomb gets 2 kills.
Follows up with another big bomb.
Just big bomb after big bomb. It looks like this point is as good as capped. It just looks like they're going to be stalling now. Well, not for much longer.
We've seen some great fights here so far.
Yeah, we have been. The points just going back and forth every fight. It's amazing. They're barely overtaking each other in capture percentage.
Risky running up by the health pack again. Looks like they're planning something fun.
Gucci goes down. That's pretty huge. And not exactly in a position for resurrect here. He's going to get anything out of it. Oh, Shatter's going to come. But can they actually do anything with it? They get 1 kill, but their Mercy goes down. It doesn't look like anything's really going to come out of here. Yubi Pro is getting cornered by Brigitte, but Doomsdie's to the rescue, gets the kill. And they get the hold 80% now and building. They still have 4 ultimates.
Gucci coming in with a barrage. Unless they take out Yubi Pro first, they've got to know that he's likely bankrolling on having his Transcendence ready for whatever they're about to push. But we're nearing the wombo combo from Zarya and Hanzo from OT.
But nonetheless, Dark gets the kills. Man, that's huge. Gets 2. Oh, and it looks like he didn't get.
Looks like they're not getting a point count.
They do. They didn't get any kills. They managed, but they expended the Graviton Surge. Sure, got to the point, but it looks like it's not going to matter. The kills are completely going against them. And they're getting a dragon from near spawn, but no one's going to make it to win. That's going to be the first round.
Score 0-1.
This map. I love this map. There's so many ways to get to the point on this map. That's what makes this one my favorite.
Yeah, Control Center is definitely a good one. This is where you can kind of mess around a bit with the damage characters. As you can see, Gucci on the Mei. There's also the Junkrat. There's a lot that can be done here. Looks like OT is looking to just really try and isolate people and work off that CC. Well, Icefall almost works too, but not quite making their way in. However, so much damage going in through the dark on the junk. Still, the freeze comes in and they kill Queckler. Now they're going for the charge. If there's no Rhine in its way, they get the kill on the Risky. That's huge. You got 2 now.
Fire way out of position with that charge. He made contact, but he paid the price for it.
Still 3 for 1. That is pretty damn good. And Mei being able to freeze multiple targets now assists in killing the last 2.
Gucci brought the coupons to this fight.
Good, and they weren't expired. pretty close to the Blizzard 2. Probably going to see them next fight. Not a whole lot from the side of Core right now, except for the Coalescence, which will probably be up very soon.
I love watching the teams move as a group here. OT sees that Core is going around to the other side, and they reposition in kind. Looks like Dark's up top, hunting for some players from behind now. That Pharah might pay a price for being exposed there.
So it looks like Remy didn't chase too far, so they'll be okay. Oh, Earth Shatter actually gets canceled. Oh, Deadeye's gonna come in and get Stark. However, they get two themselves. Might actually start looking for them. Oh, Blizzard's coming out, but can they get out in time? One gets frozen. We're gonna see the Demon Bomb get the kill. Wow, that was just excessive. However, they still look like they are gonna probably capture this point. Only Vix is left, but they did manage to stall quite a bit of defenders. And we still have, like, actually, they still have 5 ults in this next fight, too. They have a pretty solid chance of holding for a while if they're smart with their ult. Vic's gonna armor up his team, prepare them for the next fight. They want to take this right now. This really all hinges on Snowfire's Earth Shatter. If he can't land that, this push will likely fall apart. Risky with the Deadeye. Oh, Earth Shatter doesn't. Oh, before down from Snowfire. Risky
He doesn't connect with the Earth Shatter, but the rest of the ults make a connection here.
Yeah, she's gonna go
They
down.
may lose this fight, but they may be able to come back with the next fight.
Yeah, that's true. Although Quixotic does go down, they might want to back up. This is actually getting really aggressive. Having only like 2 or 3 members left. Yep, and like I thought, he does go down. Ooh, only Doom Thighs left on the point.
The
Not
double
really.
stun.
Yeah, wow, solo ulting and a little excessive. They might have needed that later. Wow, Dark just out of nowhere. 3 kills before killing himself, but still.
Can it count as a quad?
I mean, maybe. This is, yep, they're going for the Sound Bearer. They can definitely make this happen. Gucci going down too is really dangerous. Oh, but Quixotic going down. They don't have their shield tank anymore. But damn, they managed to get one. They gotta watch the flame now. Who's on the Doom Fist? Looks like the whole team is almost back. Oh, but they're gonna get one with the Deadeye, and they are gonna start to flip this point. However, they are now in 1 fight territory. It looks like if they lose this next fight, then they will likely lose this round. But for now, the ball's in their court, and the ticker is climbing. Or the numbers are climbing.
We're gonna really be counting for Snowfire to land this next Earth Shatter.
Well, nobody wants that more than his
It's
team.
gonna be bad times.
Absolutely. Gonna see the Valkyrie coming too. That'll definitely be helpful to keep everybody up.
We got 2 shatters ready.
Oh, and yo, Snowfire's gonna land it. Oh, 2 go down. This is bad. This is really bad. It's now 4v6 with only but the Mirrors comes in still. Back to 4v6, and this last all they have left is this 4 seconds left. They lost their Mercy. Really only 2 people left on the point. So much damage coming in here. What could they possibly do?
It looked like the synergy of characters on the half of Core Quixotic is going to be what holds this out, as they're able to hold out on the final round. Fantastic game, guys. Absolutely beautifully played.
Play of the game.
Oh, hopefully it's the quad where he killed himself.
Yeah, maybe it is. Oh, yeah, definitely.
I love it.
Still, GG's all around. 3 wins, 1 loss, and a tie. This definitely wasn't easy for Core. They were probably sweating a little bit.
No, things got thick pretty fast. They jumped out with that 2-0 lead, and then I don't think that's what they were expecting in the next 2 matches. That was something right there, and I gotta say, I was pulling for a map 6. We rarely see a map 5.
I know,
and I mean,
that's
seeing a map
track.
6 was just crazy.
They came in as the lower ranked team, but they showed their resilience today as a team, and I think everybody played so wonderfully today.
Yeah, very impressed. It did work out. It looked like it was gonna be a shutout, but no, not quite.
Let's see who we can drag in here. Gotta talk to people. See what they think. Vix may want to come in and give us some. Vix definitely wants to. We can bring her in, and we can bring Risky in first. Okay, we'll bring Vix in first, and then we'll bring Risky in. All right. All right, Vix, how you doing? I mean, I know it's not very typical for a lot of things to interview the team that maybe didn't win. A lot of times it doesn't happen, but that was just such a close, really awesome match. Give us some insight. Let us know what happened. I mean, that was amazing. Amazing, not television, but amazing Twitch streaming.
Yes.
Well, I think the thing is that we were kind of betting on Route 66 and Volskaya to be our maps. It was just kind of unlucky that we couldn't cap first on Volskaya, which led to the draw. Otherwise, I feel like we probably could have won that. I mean, we full held them for what, 6 minutes?
That was insane.
Yes, it did.
And you're right. Going in like a draw, there's a lot of momentum that you can pull from that. But a win, it's just you go in with even more. And
I mean, we full held them on Route 66 too. So we will take our little victories where they happen.
Oh yeah, no, that was really, really awesome. I guess my initial question, not to jump in front of the casters, but what happened on the second push? Did somebody not have Symmetra's bind key?
I'm not quite sure. I think Miss Orange and Remy just got confused. Like, I think they pressed the interact button, but then just walked the other direction. But yeah, they walked. Okay, so whenever we asked them what happened, they told me that they walked backwards instead of forwards, so that led to them falling off. But I think had we gotten through that, we probably would have capped that point.
Anything could have. I think you had the jump on them, and it seemed like everybody was there. But then going into a 4v6 on attack
it wasn't
not
gonna
as
happen.
strong.
No,
yeah.
It wasn't gonna happen. It had to happen then, or it wasn't gonna happen.
Too true. Too true. Guys, what else you got for us?
I was kind of curious how long you've had Gucci playing with the team.
Gucci has been playing with us for a fairly long time. The problem with Gucci that we sometimes have is that, yes, you can see he likes playing that niche kind of thing. So it's not everywhere that we can just bring him out and put him on different things. Because, I mean, he was running the Mei, he was running the Symmetra for us and those kinds of things. So we kind of have to find the right maps for him to work in.
I see. And, between Gucci, LaFlame, Shadow Kitten, and, most of the other players on your arsenal, you have a pretty good complement of DPSs.
Yeah, there's some
They're all
major
very,
damage.
very flexible. They're all very, very flexible.
What do you do to make your choices on who's going to play which map? Do you guys have some sort of a system?
So it depends on what they prefer playing and if they like that map. Because, for example, there's a couple of people that don't like Control as much, or they might like 2CP as much. So it just really depends up to what they're feeling. Because, as I said, they're very flexible and they're very good at every single thing that they flex into. So it is what it is, though. That's kind of how the choices you get made, what they're feeling more, what they want to play that game, that day. That's kind of how I make those decisions.
Right on. B-Town, what are you thinking?
I just want to know, is there anything going through your head, you think, oh, maybe we should have done this, maybe we should have done that? Any hindsight, anything that specific that sticks out to you, Vix?
I mean, no, not really. I think like I said, I think this loss came down to just individual decisions more so than us just getting completely outclassed or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So we don't really feel too defeated by this. I mean, we're still in for season 2, and I want to say we made it pretty far for being an underdog team.
Yeah, no, I mean,
absolutely.
That was a great match. I don't think there's a single thing to be worried about. Obviously, yeah, little individual decisions pop up that, in hindsight, yeah, sure, you can look at that and say, oh, maybe I shouldn't have hit Q there, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, it was just such a close, great match. I mean,
well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed watching, and after all, that's what Orange Trash is about. We just put on a show.
No,
well,
hey.
PK made a comment before he dragged you up here because we got to talking, and man, watching Core go up 2-0, but then watching you guys fight back, like you
Tooth
guys,
and nail.
you put your foot down, like, and you were not going to just go easily into the night, so to speak. And
We full held them on Route 66, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Route 66 is one of our better maps. Route 66 and Volskaya are definitely one of our better maps.
It definitely
Absolutely,
showed.
man.
It definitely did. Well,
I want to take a second and congratulate Orange Trash and you, Vix, on putting together a wonderful team, having an outstanding season here with Discord Throwdown. I get to hang out with some of you guys sometimes on everybody's teams, but man, you guys are some of the funnest people to be around.
Well, I'm glad you enjoy us. That's what we're all about.
I'm proud for you guys, and I'm happy to see you guys playing so well. So congratulations on a wonderful season.
Yeah,
all right, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you so much, Vix.
No problem. Anytime.
All right, and let's go ahead and drag Risky up here, and Beatdown, if you can actually go ahead and intro this. I got a couple of things to type real quick.
Yes.
All right, Risky, we got you here with our casters.
Hey.
Hey,
how you feeling, Risky?
A bit spicy, not gonna lie.
Just a bit, eh?
Just a bit. Things got a little tense. Ass Cheeks had a good workout today.
Okay.
You got that heart rate up, right? Got the cardio in for the day.
Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah, I can believe that. So you guys won, eh? Did you expect that you were gonna win when you really easily when you were up 2-0?
So no and yes.
All right.
We knew we had a very good chance of winning the whole thing, but as soon as we saw Gucci switch in, we're just like, shit, here come the big guns. So now our entire game plan had to change.
Mm-hmm.
And it became really apparent on Route 66 and Volskaya because those are maps that require a lot of coordination to get any progress.
Yeah.
Which made it very hard because we had
you don't have the most amount of practice time together right now. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true, and I mean, it definitely showed. Orange Trash has definitely been around for a long time as well, and they're a very tight knit group. I mean, it's crazy though, just the mental acrobatics that you'd have to go through on this kind of map trajectory. It's like, okay, yeah, you go up 2-0, and then sure, you drop a map that maybe isn't your strongest, and it's whatever, and then you work in all this time on a draw and you get pushed and you're like, to me, we were talking with Vix about it, and they said, you get so much momentum from a draw, but if they'd won that, it would have been really awesome. To me, I would have been so worried being in your guys' position. I was just like, I can't believe we didn't pull that out, blah blah blah, and oh god, I would have been a wreck, and if I was on Core, we would have lost. So how did you guys battle it out? Because it was a really good showing on Lijiang. Walk us through Lijiang a bit.
So basically, after the whole Volskaya fiasco, we took a breather, just sat back, and said the 5-letter magic word: relax.
Sure.
I talked to the boys a bit, just all right, we need this, and that. Specifically, more faces and mounts in our comms. Nothing was happening. Pay attention to where you are and your positioning, and watch out for Gucci specifically.
Yeah, he definitely was putting some damage out.
Other than that, just calm down. We got this. Luckily for us, Koth maps are more skill favored rather than coordination.
Yeah.
So it definitely helped for that. We got lucky with the night market on the first map, just due to our general. We have set plays for everything, and we're most confident on that and the gardens. I think it is. I don't know.
No.
Night market and control center, I believe. Yeah.
The highlight of my evening was watching the Widow play and the Tracer play from you guys. Mm-hmm. When you guys were doing it, y'all were playing each other well, and nobody seemed to have an upper hand. Man, y'all were flex picking each other, and that was fun to watch, man. You guys did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like you guys definitely built up a lot of drama between the two teams. It's unfortunate that we can't see you guys play yet again. But that being said, you guys do move on. Your next task will be On Fire, who is, definitely a tough team to beat too. I can't wait to see both of these next matches because 2 Flexy was looking good, you guys were looking good, and I'm ready to see, we got this broken down to the last 4 teams. We got On Fire, Primal, Core Quixotic, which is y'all, and then 2 Flexy. And I mean, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, we're excited to bring our real roster.
Oh boy.
Well, bring it. I'm sure On Fire is ready as well, and we can't wait to produce and cast. And we're gonna cut you free here, unless Andre or Beatdown. Do you guys have anything else to poke and prod?
I just want to say congratulations on a solid season so far.
Absolutely.
I'm happy to see you guys making changes this late in the game, but also still being able to play at a high caliber.
Yeah.
And not to play favorites at all, but
he's gonna play favorites.
Your Zenyatta, dude. Your Zenyatta is badass. I like the way he plays, dude. Like, the next time you talk to him, man, give him a high five for me, alright?
Yeah, we picked him up because he's like our little version of mini Jonak.
Yeah. Anytime you see somebody tossing some orbs and they're actually doing major damage, it's like, ooh, how Jonak is he gonna get here?
Yeah, exactly.
It's always fun hearing the casters. Anyway, well, congrats once again, and we'll set you free and go celebrate with your team and go out to a digital bar and hang out with your friends or whatever. Who knows?
Yes, definitely.
Unless
Don't
you
do
guys
anything
all
too risky.
Yeah. Oh, unless you guys actually all do hang out in real life. In that case, go do your thing.
Who has real friends? Let's be honest.
None of us. All right.
Exactly.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
All right. Well, and that was Risky. Guys, I mean, we had some good Overwatch today. Beatdown, thank you for joining me on both games. And Andre, thanks for coming and coming in the clutch and helping really add to our production. We always love you being here. You're the true jack of all trades for Discord Community Throwdown. But
thanks for having me. Beatdown, thanks for letting me talk with you.
Hey man, my pleasure.
Yeah.
I hope you don't avoid me in the future.
Of course not.
But no, concerning everything, we are all set up. Number 3 seed Core Quixotic will be taking on number 2 seed On Fire, and number 1 seed Primal will be taking on our previous winner tonight, the number 4 seed 2 Flexy. And guys, I gotta say, I'm just as excited to do this and see what's going on. Big thank you to our sponsor of One More Headphones, who are going to be giving away 3 pairs of their Spearhead VR gaming headphones by the finals. One will go to the winning captain, of course. But if you're a fan of Discord Community Throwdown, participate in that chat and like people on Facebook. We'll get you some details, and you may win one as well. I'm trying to think of what else we got, but hey, yeah, that's right. If you liked what you watched and thought that it'd be pretty fun, maybe you play Overwatch with a team. I believe our application / signups for Discord Community Throwdown Season 2 are officially live, at least by the time this podcast is running. So please go ahead.
Friends and enter the battlefield with us. We need players.
Yes, we do.
We need people who are eager to fight.
Yeah.
A good fight, not a bad one. Don't bring some toxicity, but please come on down. Tell all your friends that play, and it doesn't matter if you're GM or Bronze, I need you to come and play in our DCT. It's a fun event.
Definitely join our server because, like Andre said, it doesn't matter whether you're GM or Bronze. We do all sorts of pickup games and little off-season games and fun little stuff, one-off tournaments and the like. But also concerning Season 2, it is an open SR tournament. We had a cap this year, but we're amping things up a bit, as Lucio would be proud. So, hey, go ahead and sign up. We will be taking the 16 closest in SR teams because we want the most competitive matches possible. So go ahead and hop on over to discordthrowdown.com and say hi, check things out from Season 1, and get ready for season 2. And
there's also a Facebook page. Plug the Facebook, PK.
That's true. I'll toss it up there. I think if you just look up Discord Throwdown, you
plug
should
it
be
on,
able to
PK.
find us.
Got some
I don't know, man. This isn't live. I'll just add it all.
I think it's getting a little lengthy. We should probably cut this.
It's great. Yeah, they're done listening. Everybody's signed off. Good luck. Have fun. Throw down. See y'all soon.